Alrighty.
Attention, all gamers.
Gamers.
AmazEgames needs your help to essentially get this shit out. So, yeah. Alright, so, it's your boy, Meta Matt here. And you got...
Your boy,
A-OK.
A-OK Meteors.
A-OK Meteors, baby, fellers. What's up, fellas? Hold up. Before I continue to this, I'm gonna check something real quick.
A-OK Meteors, baby, fellas.
It's actually streaming.
What's up, fellas? Hold up. Before I continue to
That's
this,
a
I'm
lot
gonna
better,
check something real quick.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the chat on this bad boy right here. Turn that.
That is okay. There we go.
Oh, here's the chat. The chat's right here, fellas. So if you wanna, you wanna say something.
I'm gonna post it on my Twitter.
Yeah, post it on Twitter. Get this shit out. You know, gotta get the views. AmazEgames is back. Oh my god.
For who knows how long?
Probably for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 hours. Who knows? 6 hours. Maybe 9. Who knows? Anyways. So yeah. All right. So the whole topic of this discussion is Christian Weston Chandler, the man, the myth, the legend, has been solidified in his legacy by this man named GenoSamuel. Is that how you pronounce his name? GenoSamuel?
GenoSamuel.
Yes.
2.1.
Yeah, so this guy, awesome dude, made a whole ass documentary series, and it's still going on to this day.
Yeah, there's like 73 parts to it.
Yeah, it's insane. So, watch his videos, okay? You know, watch our shit, you know, and then go watch his shit. Amazing guy. Cool guy. Geno, if you're watching this, I want to collab. Anyways, I want to do a Chris Chan podcast with you. That'd be really cool.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, so without further ado,
we'll get it started, champ.
let's do it. Don't fucking... Okay, hold on. Before we just got back from the store, and I told the clerk, I said, "See ya, champ." And I didn't mean it that way. I meant it in like a brotherly kind of way, not like a father figure type of way. Like I valued him as my own son. Anyways, all right, here we go. We're gonna play the ominous
music.
The ominous music.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
girls
this is one
and
of his
boys,
iconic videos.
and dudes of all teenagers, as well as the gals.
Oh yeah, those in the chat.
My name is
Let me
Christian
know
Chandler.
if
I am here,
you.
and y'all are there.
You can't hear shit or what?
Yeah.
Christian.
Man, it's so quaint seeing this from the beginning.
I know, right?
Arguably the most documented person in history. His antics have been witnessed by millions,
Much on your mustache.
with many always keeping a close eye on him,
I got it.
waiting to see what he does next.
Because all you do is make me feel sad and depressed.
I'm sad and depressed because you're sad, Chris.
You make your own self sad.
He should love his mother. She misses him.
Wait, hold on.
What about his mother?
Oh, what the fuck did he say? Did I hear him say he should fuck his mother?
No,
Is that what he said?
No.
Okay. Because that would have been epic foreshadowing.
He was talking. I think he was talking about Ian Brandon Anderson.
Okay.
No, wait, no, he was talking about his brother Cole Smithy.
That's right, okay. I'm
He
sorry,
was
I
like,
got
his
a little...
mom misses him.
We haven't even gotten a whole minute in the video yet, and I'm already pausing. Alright, here we go.
Hello, we're live on the internet. What do you want, Mom? Hello. I love the women outside. Do not hate. Hate is not so good.
Did you know? Did you know that if you look up Ruckersville, Virginia on Google, the first image that pops up is Chris Chan in front of the Ruckersville sign?
No way!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let me show you.
I want everything about my house.
Oh, the internet! Don't call him!
Ruckersville. First picture.
A master shake. What are you gonna do about it?
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh god! Oh god! The most Chadley version of him.
What made him this way?
The state of that image.
What is the attraction?
There is no attraction.
What keeps us fascinated?
Dude, kid Chris Chan looks
This
so
is the story
fucking...
He's so
of Chris
cute.
Chan.
He looks so cute.
It's so quaint compared to what he'd become.
It's so sad that it doesn't change from that point on. He just looks the same.
He looks the exact same until he becomes Christine.
Oh my god.
But then only then the only difference is that his hair gets real long.
That's about it.
Christopher Weston Chandler.
Yeah, see, he looks the exact same now.
That's a fat red
in
baby.
Charlottesville, Virginia, to parents Bob, aged 54, and Barbara, 40.
Damn.
Bob had worked in the engineering field for Western
Pretty
Electric and later General Electric.
Imagine
The
having a
family
kid
held
at
Bob's life
54 years
accomplishments
old.
very proudly,
Right.
as he had at least 7 patents to his name, including mechanisms used in the production of
Holy
Kleenex
shit.
and molding of plastic water containers. Bob
So he was, like,
very world
a pretty
conscious
important
and
guy.
was an avid collector of stamps since a very young age. Later in
So
life,
our audio
he
is sounding
developed
clean?
a love for
Doesn't
music,
sound good.
especially foreign music. He eventually amassed a collection of over 10,000 vinyl records.
Shit,
He had
bro.
a son and
I was
daughter from a
listening to this
previous
at
marriage,
work, and now I'm like
the
getting a
relationships with whom
refresh,
were strained, to say
and
the
I'm
least.
already like,
Barbara was the secretary
I know
with
this
The
is
Virginia
dark
Power.
path that lies
She had a
ahead.
habit of hoarding her belongings and was an
I know,
emotionally
right?
abusive person, which convinced her then 17-year-old son, Cole Smithy, to seek independence and live life on his own. So when Chris came along, Bob and Barb got a chance to start anew. The new family started their new life in their humble Ruckersville home. Chris later
Yeah.
claimed that at around 2 months of age,
Their house
he uttered
seems
his
such a nice
first word, monkey.
before, you
It
know.
didn't take
Monkey.
long for the parents to see that Chris wasn't quite like most other babies.
Andre.
The first signs of his autism
Said
could
your
be
name.
witnessed in 1983.
Oh no.
School
Despite
name.
his
He
condition
knew-
being
he knew about my
congenital, he had
past.
stated that his autism
But
was
it was
brought
his
about by
future.
one particularly traumatic event when he was 18
No.
months old. A babysitter named
Wait,
Roach,
so,
or Roach,
he was born in the
would
80s?
look after baby Christopher
Yeah, he was born in,
whenever his parents would
82.
go out
That's
in
right.
the evenings. One of these nights, Chris inadvertently
Dude,
infuriated
that guy's
her,
like...
and she locked him in a room
He's like
filled with
40 or
toys,
something, you know?
in the dark.
40-something years old.
This would prove so traumatic that he refused to speak for the next 6 years. Even though he sees this
Damn, bro,
event
Yeah,
you
as
got
the
locked
cause of all
you
his
can
troubles,
see his,
he does not blame his parents for keeping
he
Roach.
looks exactly the same.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
his trauma being locked in the closet is very poetic for how insecure about his sexuality he's going to be.
Yeah.
It is,
It's also poetic because of where he's at right now.
I don't know, it is such a beautiful, beautiful, like, story.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
it's like poetry.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
They rhyme. It's like,
It rhymes.
I fucking love George Lucas, man. You could use George Lucas in like any scenario and it fucking works.
As his babysitter, for they did not know better. Despite living out his childhood as a mute, Chris was anything
Yeah,
but
the
quiet.
age difference between his
He
dad.
confessed later on in life
Dude, that was like
Kid
his fucking
screeched
grandkid.
often. It was
Yes.
very troublesome to his parents.
Like Barbara could pass for a mom.
In 1985, the Hammer household moved
Kinda,
into
yeah.
the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Like a
The Hammers and
like
the
a
Chandlers
like
struck
a
up
like
a
a mom
cordial
that's been
relationship,
smoking for
which
like
led to Chris
60
forming a
years.
bond
She
with
probably
the Hammer's
has been.
daughter, Sarah.
Sarah
Looking back,
Hammer.
Chris considered her to be his closest childhood friend,
Sarah,
and that
Sarah,
she greatly
I
helped
love
him
you.
with his autism. However, from what is known of their relationship, it is also likely that she took advantage of Chris's innocence and trust, and may be seen more as a bully
Peanut
than a
butter.
friend.
Alright,
For example, she once told him that
Guys,
Casper the
peanut
Friendly
butter,
Ghost was
um,
hiding under her house.
thing right here. We're gonna
Naturally, Chris crawled into the Hammer's crawl space to find him, only to find spiderwebs, bugs, and dirt instead.
I
Sarah
can't
locked
believe
him
he
in.
regaled this in
After
his
about half an
fucking
hour,
comic.
her dad came to his rescue.
What the
On another occasion, she told Chris that if he were to eat the upper thing of a honeysuckle,
My
it
phone
would
keeps
taste
buzzing.
like
I'm
honey.
gonna have to put that shit
This is a
somewhere else.
reference to the berries of a honeysuckle,
Alright.
which can be slightly harmful if ingested in large doses. Fortunately,
Okay, so this
their
is
parents
like
told them of the dangers of doing so before Christopher could fulfill
like
Sarah's
it.
wish.
But-
At the
it's
age of
like
5,
real.
Chris began studying at Greene County Primary School together with Sarah. It is not known how he was treated here or how he got along with the
creamy
other
peanut
kids.
butter is.
In addition to taking regular
Strong.
classes at the primary school,
My phone
he
is
received
buzzing 'cause a
language
couple of my
training
friends
at
went live.
James Madison
Oh, hell yeah.
University.
They're playing
In
Undertale.
You should tell
1987,
them to
in a
stream
lengthy
our
letter
stream.
addressed
The
to Chris,
stream, our stream
dated
on
December
their stream.
26th,
Exactly, you know.
Bob
Some
offered
stream
some encouragement
exception.
and
Just
presented
stream
some life
watching
advice
our
for his
streams.
son.
put
There
our
are
stream in
many
the corner
sides
of
to
their
a
stream
mountain
while
and
they're
many
streaming
ways to climb
Undertale.
it. If you get stopped, back off, regroup, and try another way. If
Did
you
he
are still
write
not
this?
successful, maybe it is
I think
not
Bob
meant to
wrote
be.
this.
If it is meant to be, having it on the back burner simmering
Why
for a
is
while
it in like
not
the
bad.
fucking like
It will pop up
biblical
again.
Egyptian
And the way
like-
to attain it will be there.
Like,
Everything in its time. Your mother and I have
like
done our
Bob
best for
Chandler
you,
was a
and in
fucking.
return,
like,
He was a
we
Templar.
expect at least that from you.
Like
He was a
For
knight.
yourself
this is
and
him
your
in the
children.
boats on their way
He
to
also
fucking
expressed
on their
wishes
way
for
to the
his son
Battle of
to inherit
Yorktown.
and hold dearly his vast collection
My
of
dearest
music,
Christian
movies,
Chandler.
stamps,
dearest
and
Christian
art
Chandler,
prints.
do not throw away these
He reminisced
possessions that
about
I
the
have
straight
gathered
razor
throughout
which he
my years,
inherited from
for
his
they will be
grandfather,
yours to
which he
gain
carelessly
knowledge.
broke while using it as a screwdriver. Bob still held on to that broken razor his entire life because his grandfather wanted him to have it. Bob hoped that Chris would share his father's sentiment. I hope that you will not carelessly misuse, waste, or destroy the value of the many things I have collected for you. First, learn all about them, how to use them and enjoy them, their value, and how
So
you
this
can
is literally
thoughtlessly waste
like-
their value. Then enjoy them as I
This is
have.
like a this is
This
a
is a
Example,
beautiful
my very good
foreshadow
stamp
too.
collection,
Yeah.
or
For,
all the
like,
recorded
Chris's,
popular music on cassette tape,
what he does.
Boarding
VCR tapes,
issue, too.
and records. My
Oh yeah,
books on popular
and
music,
like immediately
movies,
after Bob dies, he
entertainers,
sells
musical
all of
theater,
Bob's stuff
Chipmunks,
too.
Oh my God,
My
that's
Day
So that he
right.
could buy
Gazebo,
Legos.
and
Oh my
Dreams.
God, that's
This
right.
letter offers an insight into Bob's character, as he feared that all he had accomplished over the course of his life may be
It's
lost.
funny that like most people don't even register
In
these are real
1989,
people anymore.
During a weekly trip
It's
to
like
the
they're
toy store with
characters
his
in a
mother,
story.
Chris picked up
It
a
feels
GoBox
like
up on
it,
display
dude.
Yep.
and slowly started
That's
to
how,
read
like-
out the text on the package.
That's how
ending
like
his
the
6
epic
years
like
of silence.
like the
Later that
narrative
same
is
year,
structured, man.
Bob and Chris converted the shed in their backyard into a workshop, christening it the Dreaming Studio. Bob had hoped that he and his son would build
Dang,
things
when he was,
together
like,
there.
somewhat okay.
He even commemorated the
health-wise.
space with a plaque. Dreaming Studio of Mr. C and Little C,
And he
where
doesn't
dreams
stop
do
going to
come
McDonald's.
true.
Oh yeah, no.
However, when asked about it, Chris could not recall what, if anything, had been built there. It was instead mostly used by Barbara for storage. For Christmas of that year, he got a Nintendo Game Boy. This was also the year that the family got Patty Chandler, a Beagle Spitz mix, which they picked up as a pup from their Aunt Karina.
Man.
Chris grew very attached to the dog, displaying a
I had to
fondness and
carry my
arguably a
dogs
love rarely shown
from
for
my dog's
anything or
doghouse.
anyone else in his life. In 1990, Bob co-hosted a jazz marathon on
Oh
WTJU
God, he put
radio.
fucking Sonic Shoe
During
on
the
it too.
program,
Yeah.
he displayed his keen
God
knowledge
forbid.
on 20s and 30s jazz music.
Okay, now we go on to performance number 2, which is Tight Like
So
That.
sad, because
This is November the 9th,
Bob was actually
1928,
not a bad
with Chicago
dude.
personnel.
Yeah,
He
he tried
made
to
his-
be. He tried to be there for his kids
The
too.
great
Yeah.
group of Chicago
And he-
musicians featuring kazoo,
He just
guitar,
ended up
and
fucking
jug
up.
by Hudson Whitaker. Tampa Red's guitar,
Yeah, man.
Thomas A. Dorsey is on the
He,
piano.
he
and
was
the
just a
washboard.
guy that ended up
Frankie
putting himself in a
Half-Pipe
bad
Jackson.
spot for
Vocals
good
interact
pussy,
to
I
make
guess.
this a great session. Listen for some very good kazoo and jugs,
Is
and
it?
notice how
So
Half-Pipe
good his
Jackson
son couldn't
laughs
even
like
help
scat
himself.
singing. Very unusual.
1990 also
I can
marked the
see
last
about
year
that,
of
it's
Chris's
simple, yeah.
tenure at Greene County Primary School. For his 4th grade studies,
Damn, it's still it's
I
sucking me in.
I spent my whole life looking for a boyfriend for a girl, and turns out she was right in front of me the entire time.
Well, hello there,
Nathaniel
mother.
Green
I noticed that
Elementary
you
School.
have a boyfriend
It was
back
here
here.
where
Oh,
he
God.
had very distressing experiences. He asserts that the staff at the
The rest
school
of it, like,
didn't
yeah.
know how to
Why
handle
not?
autistic
It's
children
too-
and
it's
treated
too-
him cruelly. Chris contends that 5 members
How
of
are-
staff abused him by
it's like
pinning him down to the
bitter
ground,
and sweet, but a
holding
little
his
too much
wrists and
bitter.
ankles, and
Oh,
audio taping
honestly.
his cries.
Oh, pretty
Furthermore,
low.
he claimed that
I
the
know,
principal
but
forced him to sit
Peanut
on his
butter
lap
cream
and said offensive
situation
things
in
to
there,
him.
the
But
major
Lord
cream
Christopher
in Japan.
resisted, and the advances never went further than
You
that.
put what in this?
The principal is also claimed to be gay, which Chris feels justifies
It's a peanut butter
xenophobia.
sandwich, but it's not peanut
I
butter.
was
It's
abused
not
by
a
one.
peanut butter.
A
Now is
homosexual principal at my elementary school slapped me on his lap, said some offensive things to me, and I felt uncomfortable. Even though Chris's
Wait, so
accounts
is
of
because
the
he's
events
gay you
cannot
felt
be
uncomfortable,
verified,
or is it because a
it is
grown man
also
just
not
put you on his
unlikely
lap
that
like
an
that?
event like this could have taken place. Though Chris never specified the reasoning behind their attacks, nor did he state whether him being restrained and being assaulted by the principal were separate or related events. It is possible that he may have been restrained and verbally abused as a form of disciplinary action, and even placed in a screen
I mean,
room,
with the way
which was
he
a fairly
acts as
common
an
school
adult, I'm sure
installation
he
for
acted
dealing
much
with
worse as a
autistic
child.
children up until the
Yeah.
mid-1990s.
Shame he
Really,
never
like,
grew out of
Whatever
it.
events transpired,
Right.
it forced Chris's parents to take him away from Nathaniel Green
I
Elementary
mean, like,
School.
you could
To
say,
further
oh, well,
things,
he's just a
they took
he's
the
just a
case to
kid,
Greene
you know,
County
he's just a
Court.
kid, but it's like,
After the school board threatened
if
to
that
take Chris
shit
out of
carries
mainstream
over into
education
your
and
adulthood
instate
life,
him into a special
that
needs
says
school,
something
the
about the
Chandlers
fucking
dropped
kid.
the case.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the school year,
Man,
he was homeschooled.
it just looks the exact
It was
same.
around this tumultuous time
he looks a
that
little
young
less
Christopher
chunky.
had an
Oh,
uplifting
yeah.
But
experience
now he's, oh,
that
yeah,
would
no, he
change
got
his life.
chump now.
Oh,
During a shopping
the
trip in Richmond,
the
possibly in
Exodus.
December
The
1992,
fucking
but in other
the
accounts, he
the
stated that it was
fucking the
1989.
point of
He came across the Leonard
point
of no
Bernstein
return.
Symphony
Oh,
Orchestra,
no.
a show comprised of animatronic characters that is held around Christmas time at
this
the
is when
Regency
he
Square
stopped
shopping
becoming
mall.
Christopher and
The
started
conductor,
becoming a man.
Leonard Bernstein, is made to be fully interactive
This is
with his
equivalent to
audience
getting
with
your
the help
fucking
of a human
circumcision.
controller behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
This is
On
his,
this
this is his
blessed
bar
day,
mitzvah.
the turnout for the show was weak, so Chris got extra attention from the bear. When Leonard asked him his name, the person controlling the animatronic misheard
What's up,
it
Shane?
and
How you doing,
answered
dog?
back, calling
It's
him
Jacob.
Christian. The boy took this as a profound sign
Hi,
and
Jacob.
felt that he should be called Christian. In order for Chris to
remember
continue
there was
with
like a
formal
Freddy Fazbear
education,
meme.
Bob and Chris
Oh, yeah.
moved
It
to
was Freddy
Chesterfield County,
Fazbear.
while
Chris
Bob
Freddy
That
lived
named
at
him
the family house in
Christian. What a
Orcasville with Patty,
wonderful
so
name.
she could keep working.
Christian? What a
Christian
wonderful
enrolled
name.
in Providence Middle School in Richmond. He looked back
Fuck
fondly
it.
over his
With the
time
bite
here,
of
giving special
87.
credit to his teacher Virginia Sanford.
Oh, shit.
She
Wait,
was
hold
the
on a
most
second. You said he was born in
influential teacher in my
82,
life.
right?
Yeah.
During my years
Which
at
means he would have
Providence
been
Middle
like
School,
8 when
she
the
taught
bite of... No, he would have been like
He was
5 when the
five.
when the bite of 87 happened.
Okay, so they never specified how old the child was.
Yeah.
when he got big.
No.
Andre, you know what this means. You know what this means.
No.
You know what this means.
No.
You know what this means.
What's up? Surprised to see you live on YouTube.
Yeah, no, same. Honestly, we're surprised to see ourselves on YouTube.
Yeah, we
too.
didn't know whether to put this on his channel or mine, so we decided to go in the middle.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
better social
So
skills,
fuck it, it's gonna
how
be an
to better
amazing
cope
games
with other
thing.
people, bullies, and life. With a positive and fun tomboyish attitude, she was a teacher any child would be most proud to look up to and
A
be taught by.
tomboyish attitude. Is that
He
any
also
way to
forged a
describe your
friendship with
teacher?
Natasha Turner, a girl a few years older than
Yeah,
him.
he told
He
us
lost
what kind of
romantic
got
interest
person.
in her
drip.
when
He
saw
told
her
us what
smoking.
kind of person he was.
They
at
would
very
often
late
hang out
age.
together at the bus stop. He would sometimes give her money
What the
on behalf of his father for her friendship
That
and
looks-
attention.
Don't
Chris would
send
later
me
realize
dick
that
pics.
Natasha was,
Okay.
in essence, a friend with benefits. She would stay with him
Don't
and be
send
friendly
me
in exchange
dick
for a
pics.
monetary reward from Bob.
Only
Bob knew that his
titty
son had little
pics.
hope in forming true friendships otherwise.
It's like a ghost.
The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the cool new TV show, is on the air.
In the fall of '93,
That kid was so
the video
fast.
game
Did you see
developer,
that?
held a watch
Man,
and win
what kind of
sweepstakes
world we live
contest
in?
conjunction with their Adventures
If
of Sonic the Hedgehog
Christian
cartoon.
never won that
The
second
lucky winner would get a
sweepstakes.
$1,000 shopping spree
He probably.
at KB
Oh
Tours.
no, I don't know.
And that winner
This was
was
one of the
Chris.
biggest
Christian is
boosts
one of
to
only
his
about 100
ego of all
winners
time.
nationally to receive $1,000 worth of Sega games
Sonic
and equipment.
spin, dude.
For his
Imagine
parents,
having
it's just
$1,000
another example
Batman
of how well he's
Returns.
doing. Christian is a
Imagine he had
high-functioning
you
autistic
just get
child that's
$1,000 to
his own
spend on any
initiative and
Sega
entered a
Genesis
contest
games you want.
based on a favorite cartoon character.
I had to do was exactly what Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and I'd listen to what Sonic says at the end of it.
It's
Okay.
exactly how he talks now.
Oh my god,
It's
no, it
exact-
literally, like, his voice deepened a little bit.
Yeah, no,
But overall,
That's-
he sounds
it's
exactly
the same. It's perfect. Whoever they cast for this kid, God bless him. God bless him.
Andre, I told you, we can make this movie. I know a guy. I know a guy. He might not want to do it, and,
No.
and it
No.
might crush his soul. But I know a guy.
We're not.
Yeah,
We're not.
well, and then I
not
had to mail it
making
in, and I has to be drawn out of the hat. And I just
Andre.
won.
And Christian's
Do you
father
wanna-
said it only takes
do you
a few
wanna
hours
make
for
a
him to
legacy?
master an electronic game,
Or
and
do you
then
wanna keep your
move on to
brother?
another. I can't master any of them. That's it for me.
Do you want to make money or keep a brother?
I feel like I can do both.
No, it's one or the other.
Oh my fucking god.
It's our ticket out of this hellhole, Andre.
It's our ticket out of here.
It's a ticket out of here.
It's the Christian
This is the
movie.
first of many competitions that
Sonic
he entered
Spinball
during his life,
based.
and has
I
cemented
hope your brother
itself
watches
as a
this
likely
and then
key reinforcer
realizes
to his
I'm
future
talking
sense
about
of
it.
entitlement. On December 29th, 1993, the Richmond Times-Dispatch published an article about Christian's magical encounter with Leonard Bearstein, entitled,
Leonard.
"It Took a Talking Bear to Give the Name a Young Boy Loves." The boy's father recounts the events of the day. Since this was early in the Christmas season, on a Thursday afternoon, the crowd was light. The conversation between Leonard and Christopher lasted about an hour. Christopher
Imagine
was
being the
spellbound.
employee that controls
Something
the bear,
unusual
being
happened
annoyed by
during
the
that
same kid for an
conversation.
hour straight.
When Leonard
Oh, yeah.
Bearstein, in a decidedly British
Especially a
accent,
kid like this.
asked Christopher his name.
Where do you think he
The
is
bear
today?
must have misunderstood what the boy replied. Leonard started calling our son Christian.
Leonard!
Oh my
Named for the
god!
Christmas season.
Just
The name
knocking
stuck
on him.
like
Wait,
glue.
wait, what do
From
you
that
what do you
time
think
on,
the
for
guy
past year,
that
his
controlled
name
that
has been
bear, do you think he
Christian
knows
Weston
about it?
Chandler.
Oh my god.
Christian is very
He's probably
emphatic about
dead,
that.
dude.
Bob
He's
also
probably
offered up
dead.
some insight into the family's situation.
I hope so.
But now what I want
Christopher
is, I want a 60-part documentary series about the guy that voiced Leonard Bearstein.
Yeah.
I want that.
The
No,
high-functioning
you see, that's
autistic child.
fair. That's a fair
While
request.
intellectually, his
I mean,
age level is 12 or 13.
This man
Socially,
shaped the
he is
fabric
around
of
age 7
reality
or
for
8.
this kid.
He
Bruh,
has some behavior
because
problems
everything
with
he
his
does, he
peers
attributes
and
and
relates
thinks
better
the
with children
Leonard
a few years
Bearstein.
younger than him. The Greene County
Yeah,
school
okay.
system was not equipped to teach an autistic
It's like-
child, Mr. Chandler said.
It's like when you talk about Jesus,
Yeah.
but then you also have to acknowledge God's history too. I mean, I'm saying Christian is Jesus and Leonard Bearstein is God. That's
Yeah.
what I'm insinuating.
I mean, that's only kind of
The County
blasphemous,
school
but okay.
system has accepted
I
him with
don't
open arms. The article also mentions that Bob
I
had
don't give a
originally
shit.
wanted to name his son Christian, but had chickened out. It is unclear
Yeah,
what scared
apparently he
him off
wanted
from
to name
naming
his
his
kid
child
Christian the whole time, and then the
In any
bear
case,
was an open
the
eye
following
opener
year,
for him.
the boy
Why did
had
he
his
chicken
name
out? I don't
legally
understand.
changed to Christian
Maybe he
Weston
thought
Chandler.
it was too girly.
In the spring of '96, Barbara retired from her secretarial position
Alright, now
at
look where that
Virginia
got him.
Power and moved in with Bob and Chris, reuniting the boy with Patty the dog.
Again,
In late spring, Chris graduated
foreshadowing.
from Providence Middle School. As a parting gift, Mrs. Sanford wrote a personal,
He's got that
touching,
award-winning
and pathetic letter to Chris.
smile.
Well, it's
He
been
looks like
3
he's
years
holding it
now
in
at
shit, but
Providence,
he's like trying
and
to
it's
like
all
play it
over.
off.
Yeah,
Where
bro.
has the
Like he
time
looks
gone
like
to?
he's like
The most
like he's in
important parting
pain,
words
but he's
I
trying
can
to
leave
not
you
look
with,
like he's in pain.
well, are to
bro,
always
we got 4
remember
views.
this.
All
You
right.
show people where
What's
your
up?
weak
What's up,
points are
gamers?
located.
Comment down, boys.
Then
Come
they will
on.
know how to push your button.
Say hi.
If you
We
never
just
show
lost
them,
them. Oh no.
they will never
No.
know.
You called.
No, I assumed one of the genders. Fuck.
Do your very best.
You
at
assumed they
Manchester,
were a
put your
gamer.
best foot
Oh
forward,
no!
and treat others as you
I
wish to be
assumed
treated.
their hobby.
Love,
Miss
Mrs.
Sanford
Sanford.
tried to
The
gave
Manchester
him a
impression
note
happened to be
telling him
Manchester
to treat
High
others the
School,
way he wants to be
where,
treated.
according to Christian, he
Proceeds to
spent
not
the
follow
happiest
your
years
advice.
of his life.
Me when I eat
Over
pizza.
the course of 4 semesters, he studied Spanish, of which he has a very loose grasp. For class assignments, he adopted a Spanish name, Ricardo, a common
Ricardo
practice for
W.
students in order
Chandler.
to better get into character and the culture
Ricardo.
of the language. However, Christian
My
got
name
too
is
into character and
Ricardo
often
W.
used Ricardo
Chandler.
in class assignments outside of Spanish, and even considers it as part of his real name.
You're dying, Daddy
When
Toros.
riding on the school bus, he used to sit right in front of the bus door, so he could always get
Just
off the
imagine
fastest.
just like instead
However,
of
during his
it's like a
freshman year,
stereotypical
he
fat
got into an
Mexican
altercation with another boy
you know,
who wanted to
instead
get
of-
off the bus
instead of the
first.
white Christian
Christian
Chandler. It's just like
in the
a
face, knocking
Hispanic
his glasses off.
Christian.
In
It's
order
like he
to
wears the
resolve
exact
issue,
same pattern,
Chris was
but it's
forced
on a
to take the
poncho
special
and
ed
stuff.
bus to
Oh
school
my
from
God,
then
it's
on,
not-
which
He's the
deeply affected him.
Hispanic
He
stereotype of
always felt
Christian.
very
Exactly.
uncomfortable associating with others.
Shame on
Slow in the
you,
minds.
Matt.
I don't care. I'm
I
sorry.
ended up with this really
Ah,
worse
what is
off
Spider-Man
mentally
doing to
challenged
that kid?
person who
Okay,
could hardly
Spider-Man,
ever
just
speak
Just
other
twist the
than,
head a little bit to
No,
the right,
no,
That
just
boy
a little
bopped
bit
me on the
further.
back of
Okay.
the head for his
You
own
can-
laughs.
We're gonna stop a whole
The
lot of
special ed
heartache.
teacher who
We're
rode
gonna
on the
keep
bus
a
talked
lot
with
of
his
people
brother about
much
it,
happier,
and he kept
okay?
him from bopping me. but
my
having to
God.
put up with
Many
his
people must
nonsensical
have.
slur talk was still
They're gonna
just
be
as
sad
cringy
for
and
like maybe a
horrifying.
couple of years, but
Ugh.
then overall,
Among his other activities,
a
he
woman's
served as a
hymen
water
will
boy
still be
wait,
in place.
he has a
allegedly
basketball. I
manager
wonder.
for the school
I think this.
basketball team,
I think
the
this is
Manchester
about to be where he
Lancers,
created
along
his
with
first
Joseph
Sonic
Herring,
OC.
one of Christian's
That's
only male
right.
friends. Chris had always gravitated
Oh,
towards
God.
girls,
Oh
and at
my
Manchester,
God.
this was no
What a
exception.
beautiful
He had a
man.
sizable group of female friends, which he
Called
dubbed
Gal pals.
Among the first that he met was Molly Quarles, a cheerleader at the time, whom
Man,
he
it's
met
so
as a
heartbreaking to
freshman.
find out that
He fondly
Chris's
remembered
dad
them being
paid
paired
for
up
all of
during
them to
a
hang out
matchup
with him.
event for Valentine's Day.
God, dude, that's
Laura
right.
Beth D'Orazio was another cheerleader Chris met and fell for. But after he confessed that he had a crush on her,
That
she
looks
told
like a
him that she would
30-year-old
like them
woman.
to
That does
remain
not look
just
like a
as
fucking
friends.
High schooler now.
Tiffany
He,
Gowan was
he
said
paid
to
a
be a real
30-year-old
good
woman to
girl to
dress up as
Chris.
a high
Yeah, I
schooler
know.
and be
He
friends with
described her
Chris.
as a bit of a tomboy and a peppermint patty
I
to
think
his Charlie
I think
Brown.
teenagers back then looked a
Kelly
lot older, though.
Andes was his biggest
Probably.
crush and
I
says
think
they
it's
were high
like
school
the stress of the
sweethearts,
world, and
even
also
though they
Man,
were never in
it's
any
kinda wild
teenagers
that
relationship
smoking
we-
together.
cigarettes like when they were
It's-
like 15.
Sarah Bevan
so.
It's
was in
kind
the
of
same
wild that there's
chemistry
so much
class
about
along
him
with
even
Kelly and
before his
Chris.
internet presence.
Sarah had
I
a
know,
boyfriend
right?
at the
Yeah.
time, and Chris watched them interact, hoping to experience that kind
These
of
women-
Where
relationship
did they
one
get all
day.
these pictures?
It was fun to just watch them flirt with each other. I could have learned from that.
Maybe he
But
posted
my
them.
autism
He
and normal
probably
social
did, right?
phobias held me back then.
I think
Miranda Mitchell was the big brain
How do you
in
think
his
these
circle
women
of
feel?
friends
Hmm?
and shared
How do you think
computer
these women
graphics
feel right
class
now?
with Christian.
They probably are
having the
fucking
faces-
horrified.
Would possibly
She's
not
got
be
she's
she's
willing
got a
to continue
Sonic
their
Shoe
friendship
sweater
with Chris,
somewhere.
but
Oh,
rather stayed with
no.
him out of pity or as
Oh
protection.
no.
A later comment
She's got a
made by
Sonic
Chris
Shoe sweater
suggests
somewhere in
that
there.
the group had
That's
made
history.
an arrangement
That's
with Bob
Christery.
and or the
That's
principal of the high school.
That's what they call
They
it.
call it Christery, and if
Concerning
you research the
there
You're
is
a
topic, you're a
historian,
historian.
that
Yeah.
has been attained, which helps to refute his previous claims that he held an honor roll
Have you
streak
seen
all
the
throughout
Quickie?
high school.
I
For
have
one of
not
his
seen the
assignments,
Quickie.
Like,
he
they
had to conduct
document
an
the
interview
exact
with
amount
his
of days
parents,
it's been since
offering
Christian
some
has
more
last talked to
information about their
somebody,
life
how many
experiences.
days he's been
For the
incarcerated.
question, why did you
Every
choose to
news
have
update
children?
is on there.
They
Like
answered,
how
"It's
on
nice to
the
have
8th
kids."
he's getting
Or what adjustments
his
did you have to make
continuances
after
being
your first child arrived?
reevaluated.
They answered,
What the fuck?
laughter
Yeah,
from
so
4
they're
kids
finally
and 3
they're
situations,
finally going to either
referring
talk
to
about
their
him or
troubled
give him
past
another
marriages
continuance
and
tomorrow.
estranged children.
Or is it
Interestingly,
tomorrow? No, it's the day
when asked
after
about what
tomorrow.
has been the hardest part about parenting, the answer was dealing with the school system. In another assignment concerning families, Chris inserted mathematical equations
Did you know
into his
that
definitions,
Chris
making
actually
them hard to read
commented
and
on one of his
understand.
this guy's
For
videos?
example,
I'm sure he did,
defined
yeah.
a
I know he
nuclear
commented.
family
He was
as
it was
a mother,
during the
father,
it was during the whole Alex shit. Chris was saying how he knew Alec was a troll because of his psychic powers.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's saying that he was trying to play dumb the whole time to make Alec feel better. It was the silliest
That's
fucking
so
way
fucking
to
dumb.
make yourself look better. It's so dumb.
It's so silly.
and X is more
Nah,
than
bro,
or
like,
equal to one child
Fucking,
sharing the same
there
household.
were these two guys.
He also described adoption as
There were these two guys that used to stream together all the time. Like, I think one of them's names was Dylan, and the other one's name was like Randy or something.
Mm.
And they were doing a live stream where they watched not like the documentary, but the actual videos that he uploaded.
Oh wow.
And they would comment over them. And one time, Chris actually showed up in the live chat, and they asked him some dumb shit, like if
Put
Harambe.
that over there actually.
Oh, it's covering shit.
Yeah.
They asked him if Harambe and George Floyd was canon in Quickville.
Oh God, no.
And freaking they said Harambe what is canon in Quickville, but he's still in containment. Like, and then George Floyd is also canon in Quickville, and then the next question they asked is there enough air there?
Oh my God.
Which Christian replied yes.
Oh my God, no. Oh God, he doesn't think he
He
gets
also said that George Floyd was a Sonic Chew too.
What?
Yeah, Floyd Chew.
Which? What is he
Just
do?
like how
What
wait,
does
what
he
was that
do?
one serial killer that got super popular recently?
Dahmer.
No, there was another one, isn't there?
Which? So how did he kill people? Like, what was his signature?
I think he ate people or something.
Yeah, no,
That's Dahmer?
That's Dahmer. Yeah.
I think it maybe was another serial killer, but he made a serial killer a Sonichu character who served in the Quickville military, and he said that he was actually like framed for the murders or whatever, and that he was actually totally innocent in real life canon.
What the fuck?
Was it Dahmer Chew?
It had to have been, bro, because Dahmer eats people. Dahmer eats,
Oh god. It was Ted Bundy, that's right. It was Bundy Chew.
Did Ted Bundy eat people?
I don't. Maybe he didn't.
I know
it was
Ted
some
child
really
who's
popular
biologically
serial
wrong.
killer. That's like the baseline.
Christian
Okay,
took
'cause
part
I know
in a
that-
parenting exercise
I know that,
in which he wore
Bundy
an
essentially
empathy belly,
just-
to
He
simulate
actually
the
wore
feeling
an
of
empathy
being a
belly?
pregnant woman.
God.
He wrote a
There's
report
no
describing
Oh
Bundy's
yeah,
his
he wrote
rates
that.
gonna
He
kill
wrote that
them.
the big
having a
belly
belly
made his pee
like a
pee
pregnant
tingle.
woman was really an awkward experience. When I tried
He
to
got
get
an
my
A
pencil
on
bag
this.
out of my backpack,
Probably out of pity.
the
He
belly
got
held
an
me back
A
by
on
putting
this
pressure
shit.
on
He
my
didn't
right
even
leg.
write the
He
J.
got
Luckily,
an
my arms
A
were long,
on this.
But if they were any shorter, I would have had a real problem to reach the pencil bag.
I don't even...
While I was sitting in my chair, the belly made it uncomfortable for me to cross my legs. And while my legs were separated, it put pressure on my private part, which gave me a strange, weird feeling.
Here we go.
Involvement in World War II. It should be noted that he addressed himself as Ricardo W. Chandler, with Christian placed in parentheses, and wrote English in Spanish. The
English.
teacher justly corrected this. According to Chris, the war was a very tragic event, with guns, insults, and yuck.
Yuck. Whatever the
Continues.
fuck that means.
The Japanese and Americans had deemed glowering at each other like boxers from opposite corners of a 5,000-mile ring, waiting
Okay,
for the
wait,
bout to
what?
begin. So, the US and Japan really wanted to get it on. He also quoted that President
Oh my
Woodrow
gosh.
Wilson tried to get Japan
Hey,
to
what's up,
withdraw from
Ryan?
Shanghai.
We're not streaming on my
Christian's
channel
essay.
because this is a me and him thing. It's not just
Yeah,
me.
this is both of our channels, so I thought it'd be
Yeah.
good to meet in the middle.
Yeah, it's the beauty.
Ended up
It's a
being
partnership.
mishmash of events of both world wars. In addition, he referenced several books. However, all of his findings could be found within the first 8 pages. The teacher commented,
Oh my
restate
God.
thesis. There is a page titled Warm Fuzzies for Christian W. Chandler,
Okay.
which most likely was a class activity in which the students wrote nice things to each other in order to
no.
promote acceptance.
Oh, this
What's
is
he
his
gonna
page,
say?
and it's
Messages
only
What's he
like
gonna
for
say
Chris
about women?
read very
no. This
bland,
is what people
such
think are
as,
nice about
I
him.
like your
Oh.
clothes. Is a very funny and nice person. Okay.
Okay.
Funny. You are a nice person. Nice watch. You tell great jokes. And you tell fun jokes. But perhaps
He's
the
a
most baffling
funny,
piece of
funny
writing
man.
that is on
Oh,
record
so
is
this
his
motherfucker
13
thinks he's a
lucky writing
comedian
tips,
all of a
an
sudden.
assignment for English
If
class,
Christian,
in
if
which he
if Christian
switches 4
didn't fuck
tips
his
in
mom, I
to
could
what
totally
most
see him
closely
getting his own
resembles
Netflix
Spanish.
special.
In any case,
My
it is
God.
little more than unintelligible
Living with the
garble.
running with the
Use
trolls.
standard
What's the
written
And that-
special
English.
call? Oh,
Do
yeah,
not
it's
use
running with
Well,
trolls.
running with
in
trolls.
formal writing.
No,
You must
Troll
have a
bridge.
thesis statement.
no, it's like
in
something
each
like
essay. The
a
thesis statement.
freaking. It's like a prophet, goddess, and troll hunter. That's the that's the name of the Netflix special. Goddess, prophet, and troll hunter.
It's like running for Quickville or some shit. Running for mayor of Quickville.
Es el finale estancia de introductori paragrafe. Tu escribes de literature. El thesis incluye el llama de author y llama de work. Los paragraphs soporte y relate que el thesis.
He's
Los
going in
paragraphs
and out of
tienes el
fucking
topic
Spanish at well.
estancias hablan el unifying concepto de el paragraph. Los details support y relate a el topic
This looks like me in
de
Spanish
paragraph.
class, honestly.
Necesitas
I couldn't
los
stand Spanish
adecuate
class, dude.
soporte details.
Oh, Christian's
Escribe el
watching.
literature
Oh
el
shit, buddy, what's up,
presente
Chris? How you doing,
tense.
dog?
Necesitas
It's Chris
tres
watching about
muchacho.
Chris.
Dude, bro, this is poetry, dog. This is poetry.
They rhyme.
De
This
puente.
is- It's
Necesitas
rhyming.
creas muy bien.
Own the
Tu
trolls then.
escribes
Sad,
creas
pathetic
sens y
lives.
es muy
Exactly.
edificado.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Escribir
Tell
muy
Chris
carefully.
this. I mean, send him
this
like a
little
letter,
report,
maybe.
it
That's
can
the
be
only
seen
way he's
that
gonna
he
get
failed
it.
all
But
but
you
2
know,
of his 14 assignments.
I don't know
He
whether
flunked
A
all
D
but
plus
2 of
for
his
the year.
assignments. Okay.
At age
His
16,
first video.
Chris wrote a poem entitled Song
how does
of
the audio
Christian
sound,
for
by the
his
way? Let me
class,
know.
loosely based on Walt Whitman's
This
Song
video
of
is
Myself.
actually unsettling.
He decided to record his
God.
creation for posterity in video form.
It looks like one of
The
those
video itself is poorly
creepypasta,
lit,
like,
but there is
Yeah, he
much
put
to
this
see
in like
anyway.
a fucking like a
I hear me like
TV
a
goes on
singing
the fritz
as I
and
sing
plays
to
this in
myself.
like Slender
And you
Man or something.
experience as I experience.
it
Songs
looks
I
like one of
myself
those
are my problem.
shitty
Wait,
found
wait.
footage.
These are the young singing cries of happiness. The children's song.
Is his
the
voice
song
actually
of
deeper as a
laughter.
kid?
At age 6 weeks, I sang this song of laughter that 1.5.
I think you're right. I think his voice is deeper as a child. What the fuck
That is
happened?
very funny.
What the fuck happened?
What the fuck happened with this kid, bro?
Lord put the mute button on me.
Fucking lost all his
song that I
testosterone.
Although I talk well, my peer relationship is low and
You
my
don't talk
loneliness
well.
is off the scale.
Don't talk at all.
Anyway, that's my poem.
Beyond just reciting the
You
poem,
didn't talk
he
for like the
pretends to
first
be
5 years of your
enthusiastic
fucking
host
life.
of the
Yeah,
Christian
brother,
Chandler
now
show.
you can't shut the fuck up.
No, right?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Christian Chandler Show. Where there are lots of laughs and
Well, we all
videos
made dumb
of-
stuff as a teenager. I can forgive him for shit like this, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We all made dumb shit as a
Oh,
teenager.
dude, no, like when I was like 9, I was making like shitty SML ripoffs, like fucking.
Yeah, when we were 16, we made a glorious Ninja Battle video.
Plug in Monkey and Matt's Ultimate Battle, baby. Plug
That's
in.
our most. I think that's still our most viewed video on our channel.
That is most definitely the most.
Well,
It's
it
like
has to be. It's a cinematic classic.
it's a
Something
cinematic
that we could
masterpiece.
easily do way better
We
today.
can easily recreate it, make it a much better video, but we're not gonna.
We should.
Not
Not now.
wait till like our 40th anniversary.
Our 40th?
Yeah.
Not even our 10th?
No, our 40th anniversary of AmazEgames. When we've made about 7 videos within that time frame.
Hi, I'm your host, Christian Chandler.
He then rambles
We
on
probably
about his
could.
fascination
We-
with
we-
the
we
Sonic
could
the Hedgehog
we could
universe
definitely make
and
it a lot
talks about
better.
Bionic the Hedgehog.
If
His
we
first
wait for the
Sonic-related
10-year
creation
anniversary,
A consistent-
Oh, Bionic the Hedgehog!
And then I have science
That's
thing
the
that
first
helps.
Yeah, that's the
Tails,
first OC
like
he's
flies,
ever made.
Knuckles, he punches and climbs.
Oh,
and
God.
Bionic, well,
His
we
art.
heard rumors about Bionic. He's that Sonic's
It
brother.
looks
man,
like
myself, who's that
a
very
shitty
good
version of the
basketball
Sonic
player
Heroes
mechanic.
manual.
I can
Wait a
tell you
minute,
the
rewind
background
that.
story on him.
He proceeds to rant
Rewind.
about receiving an F in English class.
I see about God, that's about time I
That's all.
sign off. The climbs. And
Does he-
Bionic, well, you heard rumors about Bionic. He's that Sonic's brother. I met myself.
He's
who's that
his
very
Sonic's
good basketball
brother.
player and mechanic.
Ah, okay.
Bro,
And I can tell you
what?
the background story on him.
He proceeds
He's
to rant
Sonic's
about
brother?
receiving an F
I
in
didn't
English
know
class.
that either.
I see
Okay,
about
They
God,
don't
that's
ever
about-
say it in the comics or
Hold
anything.
up.
So it's not. So
I completely, like, miss that.
Bionic is Sonic's brother. He's balling, but at what cost? You know?
Dude, how come they never make him a character in the fucking games, bro? Bionic's cool.
Sign off.
You know, his brother, his
Well,
other
I just
actual
want to
brother
say
and sister
to,
don't appear in any of the games either.
An
though.
F in English class? You have got to be kidding me. I mean an F. I do not even know when was the last time I got an F. I mean, who knows? It could have been back in old Green
You know what's
County.
funny is I've
That
never, like,
stupid
actually
place.
watched these videos. I've only
That
listened to
Green
them.
County primary.
Because I listen to them when I work, and
Then it came the
watching
factory
them is like a
elementary.
completely
That's why
different
I got the
experience.
It's like a horror movie.
I
And
know.
then the years rolled by. Then you came along and gave me an F. I mean, I start off with an A, and you just
Everybody
lowered,
starts
lowered,
off with an A,
lowered.
you
I'm
dipshit.
sick and tired of this lower thing. What do you have against the handicapped children anyway? I mean, I know my handicap is autism,
Dude,
and I'm not afraid to
the
admit
pitch
it.
of his voice is
And you
hurting my
Pittsburgh,
ears.
I think that F is very disrespectful.
I can't tell
I mean,
anymore.
I am very emotional
That's
about
so
it.
funny.
His voice cracks, brother.
Anyway, it's time I sign off. Well,
It'll be
this has
okay,
been the
champ.
Christian Chandler Show.
Be okay, son.
Around the same time, he made a series of stop-motion videos of races set in his Lego-made town called Quickville, based on his own initials. They were made with a Game Boy camera, which produced grainy, low-resolution grayscale photos, Or alternatively,
I
low
would
quality
fucking
stop
love it
motion
if in
video.
an AVGN video or
awkward
something,
frame
if he ever
rate makes
plays
it
another
difficult to
Sonic game, he's
discern
like,
what is
I
actually
gotta
going
dress like
on,
the
but
ultimate
it is
Sonic
important to
fan.
note that
And he
all
just,
characters are
he's
named
puts on a fucking
with
Chris-
characters
and
that
chain
Christian
sweater.
idolized
The
are
sweater.
people he knew
He
in
gets like a
real life.
shitty replica
Yeah,
of the
This is
Sonic
the
shoe
earliest
medallion.
evidence of Chris using people to play out his fantasies.
He does a shitty Christian impression after he puts it
toy
on.
industry.
It's like anybody who wears a Christian
Multi-billion
sweater can
dollars.
only use the Christian voice.
Oh my god.
Throughout
Alright,
the late 1990s,
So the two notable things that happened in Chris Chan's life:
Sonic sweepstakes.
Sega sweepstakes and the release of Pokemon. Also, another one more thing. Okay, it's actually three.
Okay. The bear.
Mr. Leonard Steen.
Leonard Bearstein.
Leonard Bearstein. Sega sweepstakes and the release of Pokemon. Okay, write that down in your notes. It's gonna be a test.
I
Okay,
accidentally dumped in some chemical X.
exactly.
the Pokemon franchise was
Write
spreading
that down on your
across
notes.
North
Accidentally
America,
dumped
with
in
Chris
some
keeping a
autism.
keen eye on it. He began playing the
God,
trading
look
card
at him.
game and included
They need to-
illustrations
look
of
at
Pokemon
look at those
characters in his
drawings.
We should
Spanish
make a
homework.
quiz.
He also wrote a
Chris
lengthy
Chan
essay
quiz.
detailing how the
Like a
Pokemon
Chris Chan
came
quiz
into
show.
the Pokeballs, with which his
Get
teacher was
GenoSamuel
very
on there.
pleased.
Oh yeah.
See
The
how
year
much,
1999
see how much he
marked
pays
the
attention
birth
to
of
his own
wall
work.
of originals.
Oh yeah, he makes
This was
his
a
own
designated
Pokemon
portion
cards.
of the
That's
wall
why I want
which
him on a
displayed
podcast.
Pokemon trading cards that Chris made himself. It featured original Pokemon, such as a female Pikachu called Chikachu, and Plautistic, a plant which is autistic.
A plant that's
Chris himself also appeared several times. His fascination grew to a point that he would dress up as the Pokemon character
Oh,
Ash Ketchum
God.
out in public.
Oh god.
Around mid-19...
I've seen kids dress up as like actual Pokemon trainers before. It's so much more cringe in real life because they're just kids, you know?
Mm-hmm. They don't know any
They
better.
don't know any better. They don't understand that the real world is going to bully the fuck out of them
for that. Yeah.
But-
God doesn't forgive you for that one.
And the saddest part about it is that he's 17 years old at this time
Yeah.
when that happened.
Yeah.
It's gonna...
1999, Christian
Let that
launched
settle
his
in.
first website, a simple Pokemon-themed effort, humbly called Quick's Pokesite, cementing the
So at
moniker
least 2,559
It was
people
soon
know about
replaced by
Christian.
Quick's Pokesite 2, with a new logo designed by Miranda. He updated it with personal and Pokemon-related
Why does he
news
look
here
uncomfortable to be next
semi-regularly
to
for
Asian
the next
people?
year and a half. This year also marked Christian's first
Well, it
visit
looks a little
to the
yellow.
Game
They got
Place, a
hepatitis.
game and hobby store,
It looks
which
a little
allowed
yellow under
returning
the skin.
customers to play
That's
video games,
Sonic-
board
Oh.
games, or
Okay.
The Sonic
what
Heroes
the
strip.
fuck is that shirt, dude?
It's a Sonic Hero shirt.
I know, I've never seen that
And
one.
it must have been promotional. Like,
Oh, probably.
yeah. He's got
That's
the patented Sonic shoe ball.
What what's funny is that when I was a little kid, my mom used to make Sonic Adventure 2 shirts. Like she she once had made a shirt of like, you know the image of Sonic in shadow with like the chows,
Yeah.
and Sonic is like pointing at one of the chows. She took that image and made a shirt out of it when I was little. So
That's actually pretty
that
great.
just reminds me of that.
Can't diss him for the drip, brother.
Yeah.
or trading card games.
It's not even a bad Ash
It
Ketchum
quickly
jacket.
became his
It gives
weekly
me a
haunt.
Rocky vibe. It looks like Rocky.
The Pokemon craze.
like-
was
if Rocky was a
captured on film
Pokemon
for
trainer,
Richmond's
he's like
NBC
the
affiliates,
autistic version of
WWBT
Tommy
News. The report
The
featured
autistic
excited young
Tommy
kids
Gunn.
playing the
You
game and
say
trying
you
to
can give me
explain
a
the
boyfriend for a
phenomenon.
girl, Mr. Washington?
I can't explain. It's too long.
Their bewildered
Yes,
parents
Christian.
standing
You're a
witness.
beautiful fighter. I can get you all the boyfriends,
I
big
still
girls.
have no clue. Just take a chance on
The
me. Just take a
17-year-old
chance
Chris
on
in
me.
action.
Rocky, I need it. You're my
I'm
a monster in the ring.
Oh boy.
And a monster in the sheets.
Slam attack.
The first person I knocked out was my
To
dad.
commemorate
Yeah,
And then my
Valentine's
mother
Day
shortly
of the year
afterwards.
2000,
Oh, no.
Christian wrote
Immediately
a
hits
Valentine's
on
Day
Adrian.
hymn, a free
Yeah.
verse effort
Oh my
in which he
God.
You seem to
reveals
be all
that he
over that
holds
woman.
very traditional
Oh, God.
views on courtship and the predetermined rules of
Yeah,
etiquette
just
for men and women. On a date, the man could not pay the bill, so his date slammed her door in his face. The man's coat over a puddle, the maiden walks. Then the man trips and pays the laundry bill. Under the moonlight, the couples of the world kiss, but unfortunately for a few, they are interrupted by their parents. He uploaded it onto his website. 10 days later, Chris celebrated his 18th
Does
birthday.
that look like the kind of
date
man that's
which he
proud
held
to be
in the
18
highest
years
regard.
old?
Among the
It
guests in
looks like
attendance were a handful of Christian's gal pals and his half-brother Cole. Nearly 3 years after the
What's
fact,
Cole doing?
he
I wonder how
reminisced
he's
about
I
the
don't know,
managing.
man.
Isn't he a
I'll
shitty
never forget
YouTube
my
reviewer
18th
or something?
birthday party. It was the best of the rest.
He's like a
The
movie
weekend before
reviewer,
my
I
real
think.
birthday,
He's like a
my mother
knockoff
and
Doug
I
Walker.
prepared for the party I was going to host that day. We hung balloons
Really?
and streamers.
I think so,
and
yeah.
we laid
Might have to
refreshments
shut up,
on the table.
Yeah, after stream we
At the
can look it
door
up.
was 4 of my high school
Unless we want to go
amigos,
for 2
and one of them
episodes.
brought a friend.
Oh, dog, bro.
We ate
I'll
pepperoni
play with
pizza
those
and
long
drank
before
Pepsi.
we go
It was
to
great.
Oh, okay.
As Mother lit
I'll
the
go for as long
candles,
as we
I was
can.
filling up with ecstasy.
It's almost
After
like
I blew the
10, so-
candles, I was
Yeah,
presented with a big jawbreaker from Kelly, an R.L. Stein novel from Sarah, a planer with stickers from Miranda, and a rabbit doll with jelly beans from Tiffany. We watched Good Burger and had
Good
fun.
burger.
After they
We can go-
left, it
We
was
can go
done.
for as long as you want.
What did I
Don't
wish
really-
for? I'm not telling.
I'm thinking at least 2
Even though he
episodes.
least
seemed
2
pleased
episodes,
that
alright.
his gal pals came to celebrate,
Try to sneak
he
in
was
one
never
more
pictured
if we're
together
still
with
moving
them,
for it.
preferring
Yeah.
to sit alone.
We'll
He's
have to
also
see how we
photographed
are halfway
wearing
through
a pair of
episode 2.
jeans with a suspicious stain on his crotch. Some have speculated that it is dried semen, but it is unlikely. About a month later, Chris was
Look at
tasked
that
with
Ash
designing
Ketchum
a
hat, let's
CD
go.
jewel case for his graphic
I
design
fuck with the
class.
hat.
On
I
the
really
fateful
do
day
fuck-
of
I've
March
always-
17th,
Oh no,
2000,
it's the day of his
I wanted to
reckoning.
feature on my
Wait.
favorite hit CD cover, lifelong hero Sonic the Hedgehog, and keep
No!
newer characters
No, it's-
Pikachu,
no,
but copyrighted
no,
characters
no.
were prohibited from the project.
No,
So, in my mind, I pondered and pondered
no.
when it hit me visually. Sonic
No.
and Pikachu combined. In a way
Oh,
to
wait,
escape
the drawing
copyright,
that actually
he
appears
combined
on the
Sonic
vinyl
Hedgehog
cover is
and
so
Pikachu
fucking-
to create Sonichu, the
Burn it, Chris. Abandon it, please. Abandon this idea, please.
electric hedgehog Pokemon.
Trust me, it's
which
gonna
Christian
save you a
considers to
lot
be
of
one his
heartache.
greatest
He
life
put
accomplishments.
plot
The CD tracklist itself consists of Pokemon, Sonic, and Mario-related music.
Hold on. Okay, so we got the Mario Circuit Select.
Love and Marriage by Frank Sinatra. Believe
Believe
in
myself
Myself.
from Sonic Adventure.
Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64. Banger, honestly.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter from Sonic Adventure.
Like, most of these songs are actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah. He's got Unknown for Me. We're a Miracle Pokemon movie. Open Your Heart. Sonic and Knuckles theme. Okay, wait. So is this like his cover shit, or is this like a mixtape he made?
This is like a mixtape.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the thing is you make your own. It's a mixtape, but you make your own album covers and shit for it.
Okay, alright. So he hasn't done the whole band
No,
shit.
no.
Okay, he hasn't done the
Sonichu
cover.
and the Hedgehog Boys.
Intermittent
No, it's
appearances
Christian
of
and the Hedgehog
old-time
Boys
jazz
have not-
from
it's
artists
not
such
happened
as
yet.
Frank Sinatra
Okay, good,
and
because-
Bing Crosby. Undoubtedly,
That's
an
me.
influence from his father.
That's me. Yep, I'm on
Another month
TV.
later,
Oh
Chris
fuck!
had to
I'm on
document a week of
TV.
his life for a school project. The result was a week with
Is
Christian
that supposed to be the
Chandler,
nose?
I
a
don't know what the
self-documentary, which detailed the events of his life from April 29th to May 5th, 2000. The front cover
Aw, they
features
don't.
a
It's
blurry
funny 'cause
photo of
Pokemon
Chris and
didn't
Patty
come out till
with
he
a
was, like,
discolored, ghostly Sonic
maybe
below.
like
18.
15. Yeah.
He writes it
Yeah,
in
like
the
17,
cover
18.
as
Like-
followed by a
So-
documentary crew. On April 29th,
He got into
visits
all
Books a
this.
Million to participate in the Pokemon trading
He
card
was
game
acting
league.
like a 7-year-old.
Afterwards, he enters
Oh,
a
yeah.
costume
Pokemon.
contest, and since
Around
he
the
wore
time,
his
dude.
regular Ash Ketchum outfit, he wins
Wearing
and
this
receives a cool
shit.
T-shirt as a reward. The following
As a
day,
young
he
adult.
talks about packing and moving things from their home in Richmond to their
And he
old
wonders
house
why.
in Ruckersville.
Why's that boy
The next
picking
day,
on
he
me?
goes to high school.
Pick on me.
He
I
uses
never
a
did
tripod
nothing
to
nobody
take
wrong.
pictures of himself. During class, Mr.
You look
Goss
like an
discussed
asshole.
the
You're gonna get
difference
treated
between
like an
Shakespeare's
asshole.
world and the real world of today. Christian rested his eyes after Mr. Goss's discussion.
Rested
and
his
before the
eyes,
bell
huh?
rang. Next, he had trigonometry. I'd hate to be Christian when his nerves kicked into action after waking up from a notey snooze cruise, but I was. Next was computer graphics. It was great for him today, because he got to print his own CD cover. Next was Spanish too. He took a quiz today, but I think he feels confident. And finally, after a hard, odd day, he rides home on a bus, but unfortunately, it had a few slow in the minds on it. The following day, he repeats the routine of snoozing through class, and that on
Just say retarded. It's okay. That's all you gotta do.
Slow in the
days,
mind.
he eats lunch with
Not
Tiffany and
realizing
Sarah.
he's on the short
For the
bus
following
for a
day,
reason.
He describes his daily activities at home, which
I think
mostly
they
consists
literally-
of playing video
I think they
video
I think
games
they literally
and managing his
convinced him
website.
that the reason he
next
was
day,
on
He talks about
the
working
short
in
bus was
computer
not
graphics
because he
class
was
and making a
disabled,
Mother
but
of the
because
Year
of the
award for
fact that
Barbara,
they
which he
ran out of
plans to
room on
give
the
to
other
her on
buses.
Mother's
That's
Day.
what they told him, so he
For
wouldn't
the
feel
final
bad about
day's
it.
report, Chris states that it was a difficult Friday. One of his duties included taking part in a senior group photo. After the long wait for the pictures to be taken, being crowded like a sardine surrounded by immature teenage boys, and having the hot, hot sun shining down on him and everyone else, he went back to the shady entrance. After the photo shoot, Chris was picked up by his dad. And that concludes our week-long documentary of
This
A
guy.
Week with Christian W. Chandler, the autistic boy that has made it this far. Close
As-
parentheses.
Was playing Pokemon
Chris wouldn't
competitively.
pass up an opportunity
like
to
the
go to
card
the
game,
senior
Go.
prom, so he did, bringing his mother along as a date.
He would have been that 50-year-old guy competing in tournaments that have 10-year-olds and 9-year-olds in it.
Mm-hmm. He literally did do that, though.
That is... When you see it... Okay. If you go to a card shop and you see it firsthand, you will know the feeling that I am feeling right now, okay?
Yeah. You'll want to laugh, but
Even
you
though
you'll
Christian
have-
had labeled
you
the set
just
of
have to
photos
be there
as
to
the
see
senior
it.
prom.
you'll
It is
want to
possible
laugh,
that it
but
was
you
some
know you
other
shouldn't.
social gathering
I
due
know.
to the fact that the event is held during the daytime. Looking back on the prom,
He went on the-
claimed that
he
was
went to
naive
prom with his
about
mom.
dating, unlike the other
Foreshadowing.
students.
Probably... Oh,
Out
no.
of pity or out of genuine
But what do
compassion,
people usually
Tiffany
do
asked
after their
Christian to
prom
dance.
dates, mother?
I hesitated at first, but she
What
grabbed
do
my
they
hand
usually
and
do
pulled me
after
onto the
the
dance
date?
floor. We danced for what felt like hours. It was the
What
most
do they-
pleasant
what do they
experience
usually
of that
do?
night, and I thank her for
What do they
dancing with me
usually
then.
do in a...
He felt that her willingness to dance with him meant that she was attracted to him, and stated that if they were to meet again, they would
You are
start a
giving me many
relationship.
stress.
Graduation. The end of high school.
I'm just saying, bro, the
The
real
end of his
Christian would fuck
interactions
his mom,
with his gal
alright?
pals.
Yeah, the real
Most
Christian
importantly,
wouldn't.
it was the day Christian had to be recognized for his achievements. But
You
unfortunately,
know, he made an entire
this wasn't the
villain
case.
character for his
I
comic
only
based
got
off of his
recognized for my
graduation.
grades with a star pin. Yet
Really?
they had more
Yeah,
fancier
he
awards for
ba-
more
there was
important
this,
qualities. I
Villain
should
called
have been
Count
highly
Rajuan. It was
recognized
mostly
for my
evil
artistic
staff
talents
that
Oh,
during my
okay.
many art classes
and he
for the award
represented
ceremonies
his
before
fear,
graduation
hatred,
day.
and anxiety
I
of
felt
the day that
crestfallen
he
greatly from not getting
that he
recognized for
graduated
any
because
of
that
my
was the
talents.
last day that he had
I
friends.
excelled in math too, for the
What
love
the
of God.
fuck?
I was so jealous. I was
Because
a
high school, he loved
autistic
high school
boy
because it
who
was
came
basically
way
forcing him to have
beyond
social
out of his
interaction
social
and
shell,
like not
only
be
to
a
get
fucking
zilch,
lonely loser.
nada, zip,
Mm.
a big fat zero. I felt so devastated and out of sync. As a result of his heartbreak, he only went up on stage to receive his diploma without looking
And then he
at
smacked the
anyone's face
dean's
nor
hand
shaking
out of the way
anyone's
and
hand.
ran and started
After
bawling.
the ceremony was over, he found himself an unoccupied table, sat by it, and cried. Eventually, his mother and later Tiffany came to console him. His father would look back on this event with shame and anger for years to come. Christian's time at high school is still thought of fondly by him, recalling his sweet memories of creating artistic projects for class and frequently hanging out with his gal pals, all of which were abruptly
They looked
ended
like family.
with that gloomy, rainy graduation. But with the end of high school,
Oh yeah, that's
came the
right.
promise
Oh,
of a
I
new
love it
world
so
in
much
college.
that he
The chance for
made
new
his own
friends,
storyboards and
experiences,
story for
and
a
the first
fan
steps
episode of
to a
fucking
brighter
Family Guy that involved him and Sonichu in it.
Oh my god, that's right, yeah, and he was like, if the fella came down to me, I would say, well, I want to play a Sonichu and Christian. And then I also have an idea of who I'd want to play Roast Cheer. Like, he, like, already had, like, all of his
Yeah, he
fucking-
had all the details
all
planned
the
out.
details planned out for a Family Guy.
Family
Guy crossover.
But somebody who he's trying to have as a character, an official Sega and Nintendo character property.
But a Family Guy segment, too, which is, like, Family Guy only focuses on itself except for cutaways. And you know how long a cutaway is?
It can last up to a minute, yeah. Depending on
He has all these thoughts and ideas
his head.
for like a less than a minute segment. It's just a little silly. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just a little. I mean, leave it to the professionals.
This is worse than the time I had the... Man, this is worse than
What
the
made
time
him
I
this
had the
way?
fight with Christian.
What is the attraction?
I'm gonna fuck Megan.
Oh god! And I was like, oh man, this is the worst time I was trolling Christian. And turns out Peter was blue
Now you
spiked
ha-
the entire time.
Now you have the option to burn your medallion or shove it up your ass. No, wait, you weren't supposed to shove it up your ass. Wait.
Oh shit.
Perhaps spellbound by illusions of grandeur, Chris chose to study marketing. But Bob quickly transferred him to a computer
He was going to get a
drafting
degree
and
in
design
marketing
degree,
so he could
in
market
the hopes that it
Sonichu,
would
wasn't
be
he?
a better fit for his challenged son and his
Maybe he would have
future.
actually done something with that
According
instead
to
of
the
fucking
PVCC handbook
computer
of the time,
graphics.
this was a 2-year degree.
The only
worth
thing he
15
knew how to make with
credits.
that was websites.
In addition, he took English classes
Just
and
fucking
even
be
a
a
tennis
freelance
class.
web creator.
NordVPN for
Apart from
Chris.
study, he continued to
Also,
develop his
creating websites
Pokemon website
isn't
and added
like
more
that.
cards to his wall of
It really
originals,
isn't. It's
creating
mostly
cards
just
representing, among
copy
others,
pasting
his beloved
fucking code
Sonichu.
into a notepad. And
In
then
October,
connecting that
he
notepad
launched
to a
Quick's
server.
Sonichu site, a website devoted to his original character.
I mean,
Over
I
the
made a
course of the
website.
year,
Sonny.
the Sonichu family grew.
I made a
He
website in
created
high school.
Sonny, Sonichu's pre-evolutionary
It was
form,
just a big
and
yellow
dedicated
page,
a trading card to him.
and it had Doodle
He
Bob.
also gave Sonichu a
flipping
female
Squidward
companion,
left and right.
Rosechu,
Ah,
based on
had a
Amy
gif
Rose
of it.
from the Sonic franchise.
Pretty great.
After high school, contact with his gal pals was lost, apart from Kelly. He claimed to have
Well, he
called her
sexually
every weekend
assaulted
for
many
about a year.
times.
For Christmas of that year, Christian made her a CD entitled
She's really
Songs
cute.
for Kelly
Yeah, she is
as his
cute.
gift. He incorporated a new Sonichu into the artwork.
Brand recognition.
Winter of 2000 is also significant,
Ooh,
for
that's
that
a
was
rare-
when Chris
that's a
created
rare,
his Sonichu
treat.
medallion, made of Crayola model magic.
God, what do you think his
and
room
acrylic
smells
paints.
like?
Late 2000, I bought some Crayola model magic clay, and I molded and crafted the first
like
original
orange
Sonichu
Fanta
medallion
cone
that
of
I wore
shame.
around my
How
neck
much you want to?
with a
How
makeshift
much
chain.
you want to bet he's invited his gal pals to his room, but they
And they're like,
always had to
"No,
make an
no."
excuse on not to go in there.
You know, I'm actually not leaving. I'm actually not going to be here that much longer. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. How much
Which
you
I
want
later
to bet?
replaced
I
with a
thought you
better
said you were
necklace I bought from Pacific
staying with
Sunwear
us.
at my mall.
God
He
no.
would rarely be seen without it.
We don't have any
The
guest
following year,
bedrooms,
he
so we'll
continued to
have
develop
to.
the lore around
share.
Sonichu, which included creating an offspring for Rosechu called Rosie,
What
and
the fuck
designing
is
an
that?
Archie Comics
Oh,
cover
God.
That's a
for Sonic
Rosie.
the Hedgehog
It's the
versus
Pikachu
Oh,
of
God.
Sonichus.
You still
For
have
his
your
mother's
Sonichu
60th
comic, right?
I do.
birthday.
Okay, we'll
He
have
made her a
to.
cake with Sonichu on it.
I think at
In-
some point we're gonna have to do a review series.
On the Sonichu comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna invest some money into buying the comics, the rest of them that are at least available physically. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll
There isn't that many.
we can do a review series. Ladies and gentlemen, please look forward to that.
In July, he filmed the City of Quickville tour using the stop-motion
He
feature
spelled
on his
quick
Game Boy
wrong.
camera. The town in question was his yet unfinished Quickville made of Lego. He still hadn't settled on a naming
Okay, so
system
what's the
yet,
point of
so he spells
taking
it in two
pictures of
different
his
ways.
Lego shit?
First with an I, then with an I and a
He
K.
uses it to
The
represent
tour is led
himself
by a
when he's
Lego
too lazy to
incarnation of
draw.
Christian, and he shows two landmarks of the town. The water tower and go-kart pass
man.
before the video
Oh,
abruptly ends,
man.
possibly due to the Game Boy camera only having the capacity
Okay.
to hold 30 frames
So it's
at a
kind of
time.
foreshadowing.
Go ahead.
But there's a part later on
Mhm.
in his saga, way after the trolling saga, after the Tom Girl saga, and he's like a huge furry, and he's got like this character. He watches this YouTube channel called like Dr. Wolf or something, where it's a furry wolf talking to like other. It's like a therapist for other content creators and shit.
What the fuck?
And he wanted to get on an episode of it, but he couldn't get in contact with the guy, so he made like a 30-minute video of him role playing as himself talking to Mr. Wolf, but it was all in Lego.
What?
Yeah,
What the shit?
it was so fucking funny. It was
Oh
about
my
him saying he was like suicidal and shit because of the trolls.
God. Oh my
I'm
god.
like, yeah, it was pretty wild.
What the
In
fuck?
August,
Oh god, the
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
one, please.
he was mostly in charge of cleaning trays, tables and
I
carpets
was
tile
getting
flooring,
fired for
keeping the
Wendy's.
place neat and serving the customers with kind, understanding help. He
Where were
alleges
you
that he
on
never
my
quite saw eye to
Chris,
eye
where were
with his
you on
supervisor,
9/11?
who disagreed
I
with
was
Chris's
getting
way of operating.
Fired for Wendy's.
According to one supposed event, he got his uniform dirty, and despite it being likely that he could have swapped with a clean spare at the establishment,
I know why
he
I was
proceeded
dirty,
to continue
Chris.
to work with his sullied attire
You don't do that in
and
the
even
workplace,
attempted to
you
wash
fucking
it in the
nasty
bathroom
bastard.
sink. According to Christian, a female coworker gave him a hard time, pelting him with criticisms
You know who
and
he looks like?
insults.
Looks like a little old character that goes, swear. No, 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 this is not how it was supposed to go.
No.
That's what he looks like. He looks like Paul Dano, dude. He looks like the Riddler.
Oh my god. So that's who's playing him in the movie.
There we go. We get Paul Dano. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that from us, okay?
Mhm.
We're gonna make, we're gonna write, we're gonna film, and we're gonna direct a Christian biography movie in the same vein as like Queen or Rocket Man.
We'll do two of them. One for Classic Chris and then one for President Chris.
Yeah. They're gonna be psychological horror movies starring Paul Dano.
We're going to have him recreate all the classics.
Yep. Recreate all the classic
Yellow
scenes.
filter and all.
Oh, yeah.
Because all of his videos are fucking yellow.
We're gonna get the PSP.
The eye camera.
The eye camera. We're gonna recreate. We're gonna recreate the room. Fortunately, we can recreate the house because he's filmed every goddamn crevice of his house.
Yeah.
We know everything about it. It's just the smell. We're gonna have to figure out how to get that working.
Oh, smell-o-vision's becoming real, and we're gonna include it in our motion picture. We want you to be fully immersed and gagging like we were.
Perhaps mistaking her constructive criticisms for attacks against his person. He also admitted he took breaks frequently, neglecting other duties. Chris was fired from Wendy's in September or October 2001 for a number of possible reasons. One of the most popular motives for his dismissal was that he performed a Donald Duck impression to a child at the restaurant, bringing him to tears. In other accounts, he said that he was fired after he drew an unflattering caricature of an older female
He's really
co-worker.
nervous.
His
He's
termination
having
was
a fit.
likely a culmination of these events. It was also around this time that Chris ended his weekly calls to Kelly. He gave conflicting reasons for this. He first stated that he suffered from noviophobia,
Kelly, I
a
don't
term
blame
he
you for not
coined,
wanting to
which
talk
he
to the
defines
guy.
as a fear of speaking to a woman who may
I think
already
you
be
really
in
did
a
a good job of
relationship,
cutting your
which
losses.
convinced him that his calls were in vain. Initially, Chris stated that he was told by his mother that Kelly most likely already had a boyfriend,
Do you
so he
think
might
she
as well
kept it?
quit his attempts. But later,
Do you think
he
she kept
changed
it?
his story, saying that he came to that realization all by
If
himself.
not, somebody at
In other
Goodwill was
retellings,
very,
he said
very
that he simply forgot to call her
Somebody
one
at
weekend,
Goodwill
and after he broke the
struck
routine,
a gold.
he didn't want to continue.
Oh
On
my
February
God.
24th, 2003, Christian spent a tearful 21st birthday.
Or
For
it was
some
a
reason,
normal
he
sweater
was
and it's
kicked out
just
of
a piece
English
of
class
paper he
by his
taped
male
there.
and
Probably,
possibly gay
honestly.
professor. Like many
It
historical
looks like it
accounts
was
of his
either
life,
like
he
shittily
keeps
ironed
changing the
on
story. First,
or
he said
taped
that the
on there.
class was reading the book Wednesday's Child, which featured an autistic girl. He recounted that he told the professor that he was autistic as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
which resulted in a misunderstanding and Chris being forced to leave the class.
You know, Chris likes to say that
He admitted to
a
causing
lot
a
of the
disruption
issues
in
that he's
class,
having people are
writing in a report,
misunderstandings.
exclamations
Yeah.
you'd likely hear from
you
a
can
black
only
person
have
in church,
so many of
which
them.
prompted his dismissal from the
Misunderstandings
classroom.
before you
This
just look
ejection
fucking
further increased his
stupid.
hate for men
Yeah.
and gay
That
men
is-
in general,
Hold up, is that
and
a
further convinced
Sega Dreamcast controller or is that an Xbox?
That's a
controller?
Dreamcast, yeah.
Dreamcast. It's Dreamcast controller. Okay,
Yeah.
him
I
of
couldn't
launching a
tell.
pursuit to find true
because
love.
it's shaped like an Xbox controller.
In order to meet
But it has,
who he
like, the
called
bright-
I
a
could tell
boy-free
because
girl,
of the
he
box
launched
in
his
the
love
middle.
quest.
Oh, okay.
However, finding that one special person in his life
I need to get a
wasn't
Dreamcast.
going to be easy. Christian didn't feel like he had the confidence
They're
to
pretty
approach
spendy,
women
but they're
on
worth
his
it.
own
Yeah,
volition
yeah.
For
due
like
to the
3
infinitely
games.
high boyfriend factor. This term refers to the very high
So fucking
probability
Look at how he
that any
draws
girl to
himself.
whom he spoke
Look at how he
already had
draws
a boyfriend,
Hold on.
making
Let's
it
go
close
back.
to impossible to find his high
Look at how
boyfriend
this man
factor.
draws himself.
So he surprisingly did add a little bit of detail on the hand itself.
Yeah, he gets the
However-
basics of art. It's just he never really tried to hone it.
This is too skinny. This isn't.
Yeah, this isn't Christian
This
size.
isn't accurate. Also, what the fuck? He does not have that. They're brown. I don't know why
He does
hates
have
that.
mild heterochromia,
Mild. Okay.
but it's nowhere.
Well, from what like the trolls say, that like he didn't actually have it. From what the trolls have said, but
Yeah. Most people have discerned that he probably has really mild heterochromia, but his camera quality is never actually
This
good enough
refers
to
to the very
actually
high
tell.
probability that any girl to whom he spoke already had a boyfriend, making it close to
What's up
impossible
with this
to
guy
find
in
his
striped
coveted
sweaters? I don't
boyfriend-free
like.
girl.
His mom
By
probably bought him
extension,
a fuck
every
load
man
of them
who
one
already had
time,
a
and then
girlfriend
he's
was
like,
thought
great,
of
I'll
by
never
Chris
wear
with
anything
seething
else
loathing.
again.
With the infinitely
For
high
real
boyfriend
though,
factor,
dude. No,
I'm not
it was
fond
either
of about
Ash is either dressing up as fucking Ash Ketchum or wearing striped sweaters.
Yeah, nothing else.
99.9999996% of the total male population, with a margin of error
Yeah, he
of
has
a 4 billionth
noviophobia.
of a percent for about
The
100
fear of
men,
talking to
of
women
whom
who
are
might
okay
already have
acquaintances. Those doofs get all the luck,
Oh my
having a
God.
sweetheart to care for and to be cared from, getting all the hugs, kisses, and emotional support, and the security of a solid future without loneliness and with love and children. And besides that, my autism is not much help on the programming of my mind. Sigh. Oh, my life. To combat his reluctance to approach prospective females.
Now that's an iconic image right there. What do we got here? We got all sorts of Transformers, some OGs in the back. Looks like a poster for a video game. Sonic shoe ball back there. A lamp. That's a cool lamp. I wonder what those plans are on the wall that are listed. They're probably like college course papers or something, right? I mean, that's probably right. It looks like he's got a record player. That actually looks killer. It's a shame he'd never use it. This is probably the most handsome-ish that Chris has ever looked. Like you minus the Sonic shoe necklace and maybe give him a little more 5 o'clock shadow, he could be a handsome man in this picture.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's almost normal in this picture. Like I find
Not even close to being half as normal as me.
peak male performance right there. Hello, Pro KO.
Hello there, Pro KO. Who dis?
Who dis?
Who dis? That looks familiar. I can't tell though. Should I report?
No,
Probably
don't
not.
report them.
Probably not. Prokeo, give us your IP address, your date of birth, and social security number.
No.
I'm fucking with you.
Hello.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
He devised a way in which women would approach him instead.
If you found us
The
because this
attraction
was a
sign.
Christian stream, congrats,
Christian
you're a person
created
of
what he
culture.
called an attraction sign, which was much like a personals ad, but in public. 21 and single white male, shy, smart.
Oh
young
God,
at
this is
heart,
the
skilled,
this is the beauty right
humorous,
here.
A great thinker and go-getter, natural salesperson, enjoys good parts of life, diplomatic, friendly, loves his family, peaceful, very creative. He's lonely. Seeking a cute 18 to 21 single female companion. 18
Oh, really?
to 21 years
I
of
thought
age.
you were maybe
Does
looking
not
for a
already
cute
have a
18 to
boyfriend.
21
Single,
taken female.
average to slender weight, body type, white, lives in Charlottesville or Ruckersville area. Does
I
not
find it
smoke.
funny how he says does not already have a boyfriend. He has to specify.
Yeah, just to make it perfectly clear.
You cannot have a boyfriend to date me.
Or drink alcohol. Happy, positive personality. Average high income. Drives a vehicle. If any men read this huge sign, mind your own business. And to all men with girlfriends, except marrieds and blacks,
Oh no!
go jump off a cliff.
Oh God!
Have a nice day. He would hang the sign up at the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Chan used to be one of the most racist, homophobic, transphobic, hateful little shits on the planet, okay? So, as you continue this journey with us,
Prepare.
we do not condone this, I promise. However, I find a lot of humor in making fun of dumb people.
Yes.
So, let that settle in.
PBCC lobby and would stand or sit beside it in the hopes of attracting potential mates. Based on the attraction sign and later comments, it is clear that instead of finding the love of his life, his quest for a sweetheart was more of a quest to lose his virginity and to find a woman to mother him and financially support him. Just a couple of months into his love quest, Christian was met with an obstacle. Mary Lee Walsh, the Dean of Student Affairs,
Confidence is
tore
so
down
fucking
his
low,
attraction
he's
sign
getting on
and allegedly even tore it up in front of him. According to Chris, she yelled at him in a violent manner and said that his way of doing things would not get him a girlfriend. It is likely that Walsh
you,
may
Mary
have,
Lee
in
Walsh.
fact, taken down his sign and told him that it was inappropriate,
Hold up.
as his methods
What the? Is that a fucking? What is that?
It's a Sonic Adventure 1 figurine, dude. A statue, even, of the render of DX.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's got cool shit. It's
Hold up.
amazing.
Well, let's take a second to just to look around this fucking wall real quick. We got a bunch of Sonic shit over here. We got some anime gay shit.
There's a bunch of Sonic 2 stuff up there. The chaotic combo.
What the fuck is that?
I think that's just a Sonic 2, like, stock art he found or something.
Uh-huh. It looks like a fucking McDonald's Happy Meal box.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
No, it is.
It's like for, maybe that's for also SA1, or maybe that was for, like, Sonic Advance for the Game Boy.
If that's the case, bro, that is a badass fucking Happy Meal box.
Yeah.
Alright, let's continue. Actually, hold on. One more thing. One more scan.
He's got a poster of, like, all the first 100.
There's his manga right there.
Yeah. There's a poster of all 151 Pokemon.
were akin to soliciting sex on campus. In
Again,
any case,
how
he
bad?
was deeply disheartened by this
How
event.
rank do you think it
It
is?
literally shattered my heart to almost nothing and murdered my soul.
So,
In response to this attack,
what is?
Christian made another
Do you see that goober in the background?
Hold on. Fucking.
manner and said that his way of doing things would not get him a girlfriend. It is
Obviously.
likely that Walsh may have, in fact, taken down his sign and told him that it was inappropriate, as his methods
come on,
were
come
akin
on.
to soliciting sex on campus.
I'm aware.
In
I
any
know.
case,
I was
he
there.
was deeply disheartened by this event.
Alright, hold up.
It literally shattered my heart to almost nothing and murdered my soul.
So, okay, so what was it?
The goober in the background was
Where's the goober?
the Sonic one.
Oh god! Oh god! Okay. What the fuck is he looking at in this picture?
God.
I think he's looking at his god. Because, like, I don't understand, like, what is the context of this image?
In response to this attack, Christian made another sign,
He's
which was
looking at
quickly
Magic
removed
Chan
in
for
a
the
similar
first time.
fashion.
His
This
face
was to be
looks
the
like he
beginning
just
of
saw
Christian's
something.
make-believe
Truly
conflict with Mary
magnificent.
Lee
He's-
Walsh
and
that will
he's-
haunt him
he's
for
about to
most of
brag
his
about it.
adult life.
He's got a mirror on his
As an
ceiling.
act of catharsis, Christian wrote a poem called Saddest Heart in the World, in which he
How
refers
could
to
any girl
Walsh in the
reject
most
me?
unkind of
Chris
light.
named his poem
Lonesome
the
and sad,
saddest
lonesome
man in
and
the
sad.
world.
The mastermind is very bad. In efforts of getting a
sorry.
boyfriend-free gal, that
'Cause a
female
boyfriend-free
dog
gal
took my
will
only
change her
idea for a
ways.
fall.
Because of
Heartbroken, sad
I
and very
shot
lonely, I may
down.
never remove my virginity.
That's all good now.
On April 10th, Chris wrote a short story called Sonichu and Rosechu, The Genesis of the Love Hogs. It establishes the origins of Sonichu and Rosechu, and also incorporates elements from the Sonic the Hedgehog lore, such as the Chaos Emeralds.
Get out, you
In
son
addition,
of a bitch.
the story
That
features a
Sonichu
local
loves
Pokemon
you.
trainer. Her name was
Get
Kel,
up, you
short for
get up,
Kelly.
you son of a bitch. 'Cause
He
Bobby
published it on
loves
his
you.
Sonichu
Because
site.
Bob loves you.
In June, Christian found work as a
Get up, you
salesperson
son
for
of a bitch. I
Cutco,
can
a
do it.
cutlery retailer.
Dun,
It is
dun,
unknown
dun,
whether he
dun,
actually
dun,
managed
dun,
to sell
dun,
any
dun.
knives. Later testimonies prove that he was still in possession of unpurchased stock, holding on to some
He's
items
like
more
zipping
than a
around
decade
with
after he
lightning
was
behind him.
employed. His tenure ended in August when his
He's running like the fucking Flash
Yeah.
with like the lightning behind him and shit.
Well, he has his Sonichu form, remember?
Exactly.
boss left the Charlottesville area. In August, the newly formed
Christian
band,
and the Hedgehog
Christian and the
Boys.
Oh,
Hedgehog
God.
Boys
This is
released
what
their
Daddy
debut
asked
album,
for. This is
Bam,
what Daddy
which was led
asked
by Christian
for.
and also featured Sonic,
This is what Daddy
Sonichu,
wants.
Shadow the Hedgehog, and Black Sonichu. In fact, only existed in Christian's head. The album entirely consisted of Christian singing melody-free vocals with original lyrics over existing songs being played
Listen,
in the background.
my
The songs
voice
covered a
sounds like
range of
ass.
topics, such as his search
But
for
even
love
I can
in
tell
So Need a
Yeah.
Cute Girl, based on I
when
Want It That
somebody
Way by the
needs to
Backstreet
take some
Boys.
fucking
Tell me
lessons.
why I'm standing as a virgin with rage.
Autism in
And the
AUTISM,
funny part about it is
sung
that
over the
he
Backstreet
genuinely
Boys, larger
thinks
than life,
that his voice is amazing.
and his
He
Spanish
thinks that
skills
singing
in the
is a
Ricky
career
Martin
that he needs to
adaptation,
go
La
into.
Cocina en La Casa de Casanova.
I will say though, he has the confidence
Yeah, just in the
of somebody that can make it really well.
Later that year,
Yeah.
But he
Chris wrote another
doesn't
poem,
have the talent to
Sonichu's
back
Ode
up
to
that
Rose
fucking
Chu,
confidence.
Yeah.
at depicting the
He's
romantic
got like
ties
he's got the
binding
ego of
Sonichu and
Bakugo
Rose
without
Chu.
any of the skills
Oh,
that
Rose
make
Chu,
it like
You
kind
are as
of
beautiful
okay.
as a
For
rose,
real.
though a zapbud is the flower that heals your woes. He once again reinstates his idealized views on relationships between men and women. If I evolve into your knight, I will protect you with my lance. Speed makes no difference, though you are slower than I. You dance in the field with such grace and style. Sigh.
He wrote sigh at the end of it to
No.
rhyme with I.
He will literally put sighs. Like he will say sigh whenever because he's treating it like he's actually talking to you.
Yeah.
And he sighs so goddamn much that he has to implement it in his texting.
Yeah.
It's so fucking retarded.
Poem closes with possibly the first utterance of a variant of Christian's commonly used term,
I don't-
sweetheart. Rosie,
It's so dumb.
as often as birds tweet, will
He
you
has
be
to
my
make
lovely
it
heart
abundantly
sweet?
clear that he's sighing.
In October of 2003, Christian reunited with his childhood friend, Sarah, for her birthday. For
Okay.
the special occasion, he made her a present.
That's kind of hot.
A hand-drawn comic book detailing the complete history of their life together, entitled
we could probably
Chris plus
find
Sarah's
Sarah?
Life Shares.
You think we could
It is
find
from
Sarah?
this work of literature that the majority of their interactions with each
Knock a
other has
little
come to be known,
sense in her to give
including
us that
Sarah's
comment.
supposed childhood bullying,
Knock a little
which then
sense in her.
21-year-old Chris completely
Break into her
neglects.
house.
Like
Make her
most of his
feel
creative
uncomfortable.
attempts, it is self-centered, bragging
Drink
about
all
his
the chocolate milk
accomplishments
out of her
concerning
fridge.
Sonichu. He also talks about
Breaking
her
her
personal
out,
life,
breaking and
including her
entering,
relationship with her
threatening her
boyfriend.
life with a bat.
As of sometime before July 2000,
They're like, Sarah,
Sarah has
where's
been
the
living
collar?
with her boyfriend, Wes Isley, a magician who does parties. He closes the book with hope for the future. A special note from Christian to Sarah. I hope that we can hang together sometime, but for now and forever, we will always be good friends. To return the sentiment, Sarah
Friends.
decided to spend
Friends.
Christmas with the
Friends.
Chandlers,
Friends.
which delighted
Acquaintances, really.
Still have to run next time.
Nintendo.
On November 22nd,
Friends.
2003, Christian filmed a documentary of
Yeah,
his
he's the
activities
first
at the
ever
game
Let's
Animal
Player.
Crossing
Oh
on
my
the
God,
Nintendo
that's
GameCube,
right.
which he then sent to Nintendo for consideration.
It actually got on an
Chris
issue of
narrates this
Nintendo
hour-long
Power,
tour
too.
of two
Yeah.
of his self-made towns,
Yeah, he
Quickville
was.
and Quick City. Since the documentary features a video game player narrating
He
his
actually was
activities while
on-
playing a game,
He was
this
like
possibly
one of the,
makes
he was
Chris the
legitimately
first ever
one of
Let's
the
Player
first
in the
Let's
modern
players.
understanding of the word.
Hello, Nintendo. Welcome to my Animal
Rubber
Crossing
Money
for
456.
Nintendo GameCube. I am
Game
your
Bros.
host. My name is
That was a lot
Christian
to this
Weston
guy.
Chandler. I live in Ruckersville, Virginia. And I is 21 years old. And I play because I'm young at heart. So anyway, we're going to take
What
a
the
tour.
fuck do you even do a Let's
my
Play of Animal
city.
Crossing?
Like everything he produces, it includes
There's no
Sonichu.
like,
So anyway,
there's
stepping
no
out
like
is my character, Sonichu.
objective.
He's wearing a clothes with a
Alright.
character on it. Like I said, you might remember his face. There's
It
his
looks like
actual face.
Sans.
You remember the rest of his body, you see the whole picture.
Chris performs a spontaneous rendition of Yellow is a Mellow Color off the Sonic and the Hedgehog Boys album.
Yellow is a mellow color. Yes, it is. It's a mellow color. Sonichu zaps the lightning. And mellow color. Yeah.
He's wearing a
He also
Sonic
treats
Shoot
the
shirt.
audience with a performance of So Need a Cute Girl.
Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I ain't never wanna hear you say
I have a boyfriend.
And that was inspired by a real thing.
He previews the in-game diary that he keeps.
As for a monthly journal entry here in November, yeah, I tried to get a girlfriend because I don't have a girlfriend. But I have made up a poem. Let you guys read it.
He wrote a fucking poem.
Alright? Scroll down.
This man literally took the time to write a poem on fucking Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, and and just like the commenter, just like how what Pro KO said, he just casually doxed himself because while he was let's playing. He's
Literally,
he's
and
like-
then he gets mad.
like Ruckersville, Virginia.
Literally gets mad later
When
and says,
people
"I want all of my information off the internet."
Yeah, when he put it there.
I'm just astounded that he had the patience to type on fucking Animal Crossing on GameCube, and let alone make a goddamn poem. Okay, look, maybe I'm just jealous because of the dedication the man had, but man has
Maybe he's
all the
one
time
of
in the world.
Maybe he's one of the few people that have the GameCube controller with the keyboard on
It's a
it.
very good poem.
You know what? That's probably a good point, actually. You know what? You're probably right, actually. That might be what he's done.
Because I am an artist as well as a poet. I'll make a rhyme every time.
But the fact that he still did it
He
on
proceeds
a
to give a
GameCube
tour
was
of his
just silly.
bedroom.
Yeah,
This is my bedroom. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? 'Cause
God,
I
dude,
like to
I
make
remember
things fun
grinding
since,
on
I'm young
Animal
at
Crossing
heart.
with my mom
As he unwittingly
on
transfers his hoarding
GameCube,
habits
and
into a
we used to
virtual
play the
environment,
fucking
his bedroom
emulators
in
they
Animal
had.
Crossing
That's
closely
fucking
replicates
cool.
Yeah.
his real-life counterpart.
It's a good way to kill time.
Chris goes
you
outside
could play
and
a
comes
Excite
across several
Bike and shit on
characters who all seem to run back indoors at the very sight of him.
Around here, I want to show you my favorite character that I kind of got to know it from the start.
Okay, dude, this is
In.
this is taking
There's
me
Anna
back.
Cooch. She just went in.
Holy shit! I might have to cop Animal
There's
Crossing
Elmer. He
on
just went in.
GameCube.
He then travels to his house on Quickville Island to reveal that he mostly uses the property for extra storage.
I use mine as storage for the extra items I don't have room for
Oh my god, dude.
at home. Yeah, I got a bunch.
He reasserts his brand loyalty for
What's his
Nintendo
runtime?
and decries their competitors.
on his
Yeah,
video.
which you
No, I
should
meant,
make.
like,
Sonic Heroes
what's
should be
his, like,
Nintendo GameCube
what's his
exclusive
playtime?
because Xbox
On
Oh,
his
is
probably
file.
probably
My
tons.
opinion is the same
I
as
wonder
yours.
what his
Oodles.
fucking
They
playtime is on his
stink.
GameCube.
Yeah, I do not even own them. I don't even want them.
Xbox is so
That goes
bad.
double for the
Nintendo and
PS1 as
PlayStation
well.
are the rules.
But if you want to know my game systems, I
The
had my
Xbox.
GameCube for about almost a year and a
Oh,
half
God, that's
now.
right, he calls it
Got
the
on
Hex.
May 31st, 2002. I got your SNES, Nintendo 64.
He doesn't even
NES.
have a PlayStation, does
I
he?
got the Genesis 301 with the original Genesis, 32X, and Sega CD, as well as Sega Dreamcast, and the Sega Saturn. So
Hey
I got
Chris,
mostly
get on my
all of
fucking
them.
level,
I've been a
okay?
Sonic
I have
fan
every
forever. That's
PlayStation.
why I'm glad that
That's
Sonic
pretty
came
cool.
to
Get on my
Nintendo.
fucking.
He
I have
mentions
a
that he likes to keep
Genesis.
his
I have pretty
surroundings
much
clean
most of the
by
Nintendo
picking
consoles.
weeds.
Oh,
Get on my
yeah,
level,
there's a
bitch-ass.
weed. I pick weeds, keeps my town clean, as well as quick see.
He also likes to keep active.
Another weed. Why you know about that?
I tell you what,
I usually
I
like to
tell
run.
you
It
what,
keeps me
you
going.
don't
about.
got street.
When it comes
you
to
don't-
Animal Crossing weeds, picks them up. But when it comes to real life weeds, I pulled out weeds. Okay, it's real hard work. Literally tries to tell that to fucking Casey's dad. It's so goofy.
I pulled out ways.
He
That's
introduces
really
the viewers
difficult.
to his character,
That's
Crystal.
really-
Anyway,
My grandma
this is Crystal.
pulls fucking
She's wearing
weeds.
the,
She has
rose shoe
arthritis.
There's a Zappa on the door.
It's a
outside.
fucking-
Rose
that
is
phone
right
call.
here.
Dude, that
Near
Peak
the end,
fiction.
Chris
That is
proclaims
literally
that he is
peak
high-functioning autistic.
And the answer
not
to
even
your
fiction,
important
dude. It
question.
actually happened.
What is the meaning of HFA with the two red eyes? I will tell you. Got that? That means high functionally autism.
The fact that
because
he
that's what I am. I'm
also
functionally
designed
autistic.
this shit too.
I may have autism, but since I'm high functional, I
He
do
draws
I can
just
do
as
a
good
lot of
on a
things. I mean,
GameCube as he
otherwise,
does in real
I
life.
wouldn't be able to do this documentary I'm doing right now.
Actually, I think he does a little bit better on
Anyway, for this submission of Nintendo Power, this has been a documentary narrated by Christian Weston Chandler.
I think the worst thing you
Thank
could
you
do to
very
him,
much,
honestly,
and I hope that
is
you
call
will
him
consider
naive.
this for
no,
publication.
that, but
Bye
also
now.
break his memory card.
Christian
That
started
is
2004
literally the
with a
worst
New
thing
Year's
you could do to
resolution
him.
to find a girlfriend. On January 3rd, he drew a Sonichu comic strip,
God, I should've
which
brought
also
my
featured
comics with me.
Roseshoe and Black Sonichu.
Yeah,
This was the first time he
Next
included
time.
his characters in an illustrated storytelling setting.
Because of
On
the
the 6th,
backlash with
he went to
Black
get an eye
Sonichu's
exam.
name being Black
The optometrist in
Sonichu,
question happened to be
he
Dr. David
shortened it to
Chandler,
Blake
Chris's
in
brother
later
from Bob's
issues.
first marriage,
That's right.
who informed him for the first time that he had an 8-year-old niece named Savannah. On January 18th, he wrote Hard Love Quest, a poem concerning his difficulties in finding a boyfriend-free girl.
Wait, hold on a second. So the Quickie
Without
was the website
girlfriend
that he
love,
made, right?
he
No, the
feels an
Quickie was
older
something
age,
that the
as he is still
Christorians made.
stuck as a
Okay,
virgin
gotcha.
with rage. He searched
Gotcha,
low and high to
gotcha,
the
gotcha,
end.
gotcha.
The only delay is the fear of being already beaten by a boyfriend. On January 31st, Christian wrote in his diary, "Well, it's the end of another month, and I still don't have a girlfriend. Maybe my latest idea, the Sonichu's News Dash newsletter, will make the ladies take notice of me." The newsletter in question was an outlet for Christian's creative ideas concerning Sonichu and his
Personal
poetry.
favorite.
Issue 1 featured a couple of skits starring Sonichu, the poem Saddest Heart in the World, and a personal
Then you gotta
ad
hear the
for
Guitar
himself,
Hero
which
clicking
was
on the
not
buttons
unlike his
too,
attraction sign.
while the
Christian
instrumental
is a very
playing.
shy and very thoughtful person, and will only accept
I
person
have a
to person
Guitar Hero
encounters.
guitar.
When getting his
I have
attention,
two
approach and
actually.
say hi to him. Do not flirt from a distance. He will not be able to notice. To find
Okay,
Christian,
oh,
he'll be wearing
oh.
the Sonichu medallion. In addition to posting a
You're being naughty right now. You're being a naughty boy. I will not hand me that guitar.
Dun, 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 dun,
Where'd
dun.
all the good men go? Where are all the good... Okay. So what? We're gonna put this away, and when we get to that, we're getting the Guitar Hero guitars, and we're gonna play with them.
We're
Okay?
gonna. Oh yeah.
When we get to
digital
that, that's the
copy
plan.
onto his website. He distributed printed copies of the newsletter around PVCC campus as an alternative to his attraction sign. This must have caught the attention of Mary Lee Walsh, who issued a cease and desist order. In an email dated February 1st,
We
Chris
should
tried
get
to
our
settle
own
out of
Christian
court.
medallions. Sonic
"Mary,
medallions.
I've slept on it, and I've realized that note hanging
have a
is not the
guy
way to get attention,
that can
and I
make
don't
them."
really want to
Yeah.
meet with either
No,
you
have
nor
a
Susan.
guy.
No
Anybody
offense.
could fucking make a
I'll tell you what,
Sonichu
let's
medallion.
know,
forget the
but-
meeting, and if you will allow
We
my
have
newsletter
one
to
of
stay
those
in
sorts.
distribution, I will do
Yo, are you
all of the
looking up
following.
Sonic medallions?
I will
Yeah.
never hang notes on the wall again.
Oh my God, this
I'll consider
fucking
stopping
guy.
my silent treatment on Susan.
Sonichu.
I'll consider knocking you
medallion.
and Susan up my scale of respect, each by 2 points. 0 equals no respect, 10 equals respect. Walsh replied and insisted that they meet the following week. On February 9th, Christian recounted the events of that meeting. Mary Lee Walsh made it illegal to
This guy,
distribute the news dash.
essentially,
I am very angry at that
just hates the scene because she stops him
In
from
response, I
getting-
plan
trying to
incite
get
the
a
masses
girlfriend.
and hope they demand the return of the
She's
news dash so my
cock-blocking me. I
chances
don't
on
like
getting a
it.
girlfriend can be restored. I have also
Yeah,
declared
she's so
war
mean
on
to me.
them as
What have I
well.
ever done to her?
It was allegedly during this meeting where he performed his Kamehameha attack,
Oh God,
which consisted of Chris
Kamehameha.
mimicking the hand motion of an
That's
attack
that's
move from
that's
the
probably
anime
one of the best
series
scenes in
Dragon Ball Z, and cursing people into experiencing bad luck.
The classic
However,
Goku
it is not
Vegeta.
certain whether he was inspired by the original occurrence of the Kamehameha, or its parody featured in another anime, Excel Saga, to which Chris has definitely been exposed. In March, Chris claimed that the kerfuffle concerning Walsh got his parents upset too. That XXXXX Mary Lee Walsh got on my and my parents' nerves. All I'd been doing
Wait, so
was
why
trying
does
to
it say
get a
X,
girlfriend.
X, X, X,
Is that
X?
too
It's
much to
like it's
ask?
bleeping out.
I am very
the
devastated
cuss word.
due to my shattered
It's,
heart
that
that
bitch, Mary Lee
XXXXX
Walsh.
Just use
caused
the
unto me.
asterisk.
My life sucks.
He doesn't know
Completely
that
disregarding
shit.
her demands, he published issue 3 of
Maybe you should
Sonichu's
learn
News
it.
Dash, with most of the content themes remaining unaltered. However, his requirements for a boyfriend-free girl were tweaked a little bit. He was now looking for 18 to 22-year-olds, since he had just turned 22 himself. In May of 2004, Nintendo Power magazine published
I'm looking
an
down,
article
looking at my
highlighting
head,
Christian's Animal
and I got a
Crossing
Mega
video,
Mind forehead,
referring to
dog.
Chris only as
Look at my
Sonichu.
fucking Mega Mind forehead.
Simply amazing. There's no other way to describe what we've received from Sonichu
Okay,
of
what are you
Quickville. A full video
Get my forehead
documentary
up there.
that walked us through his daily life. His opulent manor contained every manner of
Oh, I
furniture.
want to see what it looks like.
Quickville's landscape was filled to the bursting point with all the
My
animals
hair,
who moved to
my
his well-tended
hair.
town. And Sonichu has customized everything
Everything
about
about
his town. Even many villagers have followed his bold trends.
Oh, yeah,
wearing
no,
the
this is the
patterns he has
fucking,
created. This apparently got the attention
Nintendo
of
Power, yeah.
PVCC's newspaper, The Forum, which featured Christian and Sonichu in an exclusive report.
You know this. You know all this shit played into his ego, right?
Yeah, no.
You know all of this shit went straight to his fucking head, making him think that people give a fuck about him.
PCC student Christian Chandler has dedicated many hours to his pastime. He is the creator of Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon. Like Sonic, Sonichu can run at high speeds. During Super Sonic's battle against the perfect Chaos Monster, Sonic Adventure DX for GameCube, Super Sonic was spat out by the monster and collided with a bystanding Pikachu, Chandler explained. According to the story, the power from the Chaos Emeralds transformed Pikachu into Sonichu. Chandler and the world he created for Sonichu were featured in the May 2004 issue of Nintendo Power.
Oh my
The
god.
place is called Quickville. The Quick prefix are his initials, Christian Weston Chandler. Nintendo Power was
How
apparently
fucking
impressed with Chandler's
narcissistic
work.
do you have to be
During all this rigmarole,
to name
he
your
continued to
fucking
publish his news dash,
town
but he updated his personal
after
contact
yourself?
information to include a link to his Match.com profile, which he created to aid in his love quest. It was also around this time
Yeah, it's
that he
so
opened
crazy
a MySpace
because, like-
account. I enjoy drawing,
because like
listening
after
to
the
music,
Alec
playing video
trolling
games,
shit,
and TCG.
he just
I
slowly
also like
descended
anime,
into madness.
Legos, and
Yeah.
I love
Started,
my
like,
parents. I
Make,
also
thinking
enjoy
that
web
his,
design.
that his
He
creation
proceeds to
was
list
actual
all the gaming
reality.
consoles in his possession,
Yeah.
finishing with the Pokemon catchphrase.
Yeah, well, that didn't really get
"Gotta
into
catch
full
'em
swing
all."
until the idea guy showed
Interestingly,
up. But
he
yeah,
listed his occupation as student/cartoonist.
like that's where
He
the Hitler
explores his
saga
most
came
desperate
in.
desires in his
God.
blurb.
Where
I am
Hitler
a bit
becomes a
shy, but I
Sonichu.
would enjoy the company of a
God.
beautiful girl who likes some of the things I do. I also like to have fun when I can, and I don't really like to be alone.
When the
I
cold
graduated
brew
from
hit,
high school on the honor roll,
they took the
and I'm
Sonichu
doing very
comics
well
off of
at
fucking
PVCC.
Amazon.
A lot of men
Dude,
make
really?
false promises
Yeah.
to their girlfriends,
Damn,
but I am
dude.
totally different.
Is it
When
on
it comes to what I
Webtoons?
can offer, I can seriously
It's on
promise
Webtoon.
care, respect, empathy, and love. I
So we
think that
can read
most
it?
girls deserve
Yeah.
the world, and I would do my
Well, let me
best to
check
give it
just
to
to be
them.
sure.
In May 2004, he attended the Anime
Oh, yeah,
Mid-Atlantic
dude, it's all here.
Convention for the first time,
Alright, cool.
where he met
We'll have to
notable
read it at
voice
some
actress Monica Rial.
I gotta read this.
She also sings
He
opera
met
very
Monica
nicely,
Rial,
and she is a
dude.
very nice,
Yeah.
fun, and sweet person to hang around with. She sure made my day a sweet one. In Sonichu's News Dash, Issue 5, he introduces 3 new Sonichu characters. Christian Sonichu, based on himself, Wesley Sonichu, his quote-unquote rival, who's based on Sarah Hammer's boyfriend, Wes Isley, and Sarah Hammer Rose Chu, obviously
Sarah
named
Hammer
after Sarah
Rose Chu.
herself. In June, to celebrate the 24-year wedding
Oh,
anniversary
God,
of his
yeah.
parents, Chris made them a present, a dramatic retelling of the family's life via Animal Crossing.
Oh my
Through this
God.
videographic endeavor, he delves deep into the family's history.
Hi, Mom and Dad. How you doing? This is my little present for y'all. A little documentary. For
I mean,
y'all.
it's, you know, it's thoughtful, but I don't think his
About how
parents
y'all were
understand.
And how you are now, and so forth.
I'm getting lost
So,
in the
take a trip
sauce.
back in
You got
time
lost
with
in
me.
the sauce?
I got lost in the
That's
sauce
when
there
you
for a second. I
were,
forgot about
how he could
Sylvania
work.
Rosechu.
And of course,
Moon
first of all, back in
Sonichu,
science
raised by
news,
Count
the time
Graduan,
of good
that
old
has
Robert
paralytic
Franklin
fluid
Chandler Jr.
that secretes out of her
Hey,
pussy
y'all,
when she
you're
fucks
rocking this
people.
deck. Let's take a look inside his chateau and
She's
see
hot,
what
dude.
describes him as him.
She's not.
No,
She's not.
she's straight
It's much
banging, brother.
Take a lot from this.
You know,
Would
yo,
you say Sylvana or Rosechu?
Sylvania Rosechu, yeah. I mean, oh god. That's what I like about you.
Oh my God.
You hold me tight.
Oh my
Mm.
Yeah.
Tell me you're the only one.
Chris reveals that Bob has Cherokee ancestry.
He was born in Cherokee in Texas.
He's straight up.
He was like 1/16.
created.
But that's why we have this totem pole here.
And he gets mad
This
at
Chinese
people
lion here,
for knowing that he has shit on the
he's
internet.
been to
And he's
Korea
literally trying to like
for,
recreate
World War II, I believe it was.
shit.
And he got Conduct Medal of Honor, which that's what this is right
For
here.
real, dog, for
He
real.
performs the same type of tour for Barbara.
But back there, she went to school, and she worked hard.
I think I know
And
who
see
Pro
these
KO is.
shirt here, that's her school colors.
I think I
blue,
remember
black,
who.
and so that's
I think I remember who you are, Pro KO.
Who they?
I won't say that.
She was a
I'll let them
cheerleader.
figure it out.
Just to freak them out.
Yay, yay, la la la. Yeah.
Oh, don't you love this shit? The issue
stuff,
like 10 or 8 of Sonic U
And, we got
opens with
kitchen,
sideways
fridge,
pages.
and, stove.
Friggin'.
Oh god.
Here's a little fan to keep cool with. Keep food in this little pantry.
How you doing?
And she keeps her brooms and
So,
mops
hey,
in
Matt,
the
good to see you.
Here.
How you
Although somebody
doing?
brought the map. Somebody
The
brought
last
it up.
Sylvania roast
Garbage
you,
in
eh?
garbage can.
Yeah, come on.
And this is sad
It's not
part.
hot.
Yeah,
It's
come
not-
on, come on.
Hold on, alright, let's hold on, put it up to the camera.
Ah, come on, look at that. There's like
On a scale from 1 to 10, how hot is that? Please put it in the chat.
that's
Hold
probably
up,
gonna
hold up. Give it a sec.
I don't think it's gonna show.
Okay, I think it showed. Okay, look up Silvano Rose Chew, ladies and gentlemen. Look up, okay? And then come back and damn, bro, dude, Pro KO said 15. 15.
Hell yeah, I'm brother of culture. My brother might play the sax player.
He said that he's just here for some quick lore.
The bathroom was in the kitchen. But luckily, we always remember to wash our hands with soap and water. Yeah. Anyway, that's just in the days of old.
I've been
Now,
holding
that's
on, holding on.
Living the life that I
Chris
made
explains how his
dream
parents first met.
They met over at Maddie's pub, see. Yeah. Mom was just sitting down with her friend. She was watching Bobby sing up here. And well, she really liked his singing, so as father put it, she went up to him and
Beat the shit out of her.
Change the thermostat.
Hey, I really just let her have it, you know.
Really
Just
just gave her a
stop
lesson.
Really just taught her humility.
And then after that, they just talked. They just talked
my
things
God,
out and they
this fucking
got
guy
to know
over
each
here.
other. Found common things. Bob, do you think this would be your lovely wed wife to love and hold and cherish and to honor? And do you, Barbara, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband to love and cherish and to honor forever? I do. I know for 19
know that
men and
gets you
wife, you may
bitches,
kiss the
right?
bride.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can get bitches that way.
After reenacting their wedding, Christian
If
introduces
Chris
himself
had
into
half
the
the
picture.
riz of our
Hey,
Chris,
wait.
it'd be over for him.
If he had
Then they come
half
over to
the
bed.
riz as our Chris does.
Yeah. Where's the middle ground, Chris? The one that has normal riz and fucks half as many bitches.
Only fucks like maybe once or twice.
That's my case.
But at least that's like enough for him, you know?
Right.
It's like it's enough to enjoy the experience too.
He gives himself a
Just
tour
say
of
that
his
you
own
did
room,
it.
And you know,
Anyway,
maybe
this is my
he'd even
bedroom.
want it a
and
third
then returns to
time.
Bob's room.
As a little retribution
And he goes,
for things were, we're gonna
pussy
play a little
nasty.
number of numbers.
Pussy's nasty.
Pussy's nasty.
But
God, that
we don't have
roast beef
side-by-side on
Arby's
recording. We're playing.
No,
we
okay,
got my,
no. Our buddy Chris literally says how nasty pussy is. And then he goes on and he says, and I quote, every time I see pussy, I go, ooh, nasty. Ooh. I'm like, okay, Chris, then what about anus? He says, ugh, even worse. It's like, I only do sloppy tops. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
sitting on the apple tree.
You're right to have a wrong opinion.
He proceeds to let the 1942 song "Don't Sit Under the Apple
The
Tree"
whole
play in
fucking
full.
song.
And there you have it, nice little blast from past.
So what were they supposed to do within that time frame of
And now
waiting?
for my mom and dad, something special for this video. This is my way of
Are
saying
you
happy
okay?
anniversary to y'all.
Andre's broke.
Coming up next.
The video cuts
Not
to
only
a drawing
financially,
made
but
with
actually,
paint
like,
and
mentally.
says, "To Mom and Dad, happy anniversary. Thank you both for my birth. Love, Christian C.
Spiritually, physically broke,
Oh yeah.
In
mentally
July,
broken.
Chris began going to the Charlottesville Fashion Square,
the place of
attraction
reckoning.
in hand, to seek out
The
fellow
fashion
mates.
square mole.
Evidently, his current practice did not yield
this is-
The
promising
fashion
results.
square
This is
mole.
As in a
the this
diary
is the
entry
soon to
dated
be
August 1st, he
battleground.
announced, "Well,
Oh, the
this
battle.
is
This is where the Keyblade War really happened. You know, the real
The
actual.
battle of the GameStop employee. The wrath of the pickle man.
A legendary war ensues
The lunch
at
table.
this fucking mall.
The lunch table of where he was supposed to get $1,000 for smashing his
But I have a
PS3.
new
Oh my
idea
God.
that I'm sure will reel in a girlfriend on
With
a
a faithful red string. He
The
fucking
idea concerning
tie
red string
hearts to
consisted
the
of
ends of
Christian
strings
tying
and
a red
throw
string
them at
to a
women and
paper
try and
heart
reel
on
them in.
which "Pick me up and bring me to my owner"
wish that
was
worked.
written. The significance of using a red string was most likely a reference to its appearance in the anime Excel Saga, and is a well-known symbol in many Asian cultures. Christian would throw the heart at prospective partners and hope that they would pick up the heart and follow the red string leading back to him. It cannot be determined how successful this strategy could have been, because just 4 days after
How
he
much you wanna
employed
bet?
the red string of fate,
The string was like super short.
Yeah. He just throw it at women like a
So
whip.
it's exactly yeah. So it's like they knew who threw it. It's not like they were gonna like, ooh, what the. No, it's like
Why, hello there.
no, but it's like knowing his reaction speeds and how fucking slow he is. The chances are she's about halfway, like passing him, and he just chucks it at her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet you that is what actually happened.
Somebody has security footage
I know.
somewhere.
There is a VHS tape filled with footage that we need to get a hold of.
Like ASAP.
a security guard, which Chris referred to as a jerk-op, put an end to it.
A jerk off?
In August, Chris shifted focus away from Pokemon
Oh yeah,
and centered
Future
his attention
Sonichu where
on
he wears
Yu-Gi-Oh!,
armors for
a
some
similarly
fucking
themed
reason.
card game. He began making his own custom cards and attended his first Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament at the game place.
He took a Pokemon character and put it into a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking blasphemous.
Where he met Megan Schroeder. Over the months
Oh,
of
poor
getting to know
Megan.
Megan, I
Oh,
grew fond
no.
of
She
her.
looks
Look
so
at that
At that time,
picture.
and up to now,
Look at her
she wasn't interested in a
fucking
lovely
God,
relationship.
dude. This
I've
this
bided to her
motherfucker is
wishes
not
and
showered.
requests. I am truly
He
fond
is
of her.
sweating, dude. You
Since he
see
and
the
Megan had
fucking...
Yu-Gi-Oh! As a common interest, Christian only intensified his obsession with the
Megan,
game, creating more and more custom Yu-Gi-Oh! cards, with one depicting Crystal, Christian's
Crystal, the
make-believe
female
twin. He also designed a girlfriend's gift card, on which the illustrated girlfriend looks suspiciously like the sister. On September 4th, Christian reflected on his love quest so far.
This is my
While I was at the mall
Stuck
for
up.
the 8th week today, I realized something. Since I have been using a sign to state my being single and lonesome towards an 18 to 22-year-old boyfriend-free woman, I, indeed, was trying to sell myself like a new car. 2 days later, Chris's
This
love quest
obsession
was
with
interrupted
the
by a jerk-off.
familial blood.
I told
the
that
familial
jerk-off off when I
bloodline,
pulled some of
the
my fun
forbidden
cards
fruit.
and told my lonesome virgin story,
taking the
intimidated
fruit
him,
that
and
is
shouted
your
no
own.
into his face. In short, today was my Independence Day, but I am still alone. On September 11th, his search for love took a turn for the worst. I was not bothering anyone at the mall today while I was trying to sell myself, when I got arrested for trying. I fortunately did not go to jail, but I have been stripped of my right to go to the mall by myself. I would be required to bring my mom or dad with me. My independence and my soul were practically murdered. Chris's run of misfortune climaxed when only 5 days later, the school board of PVCC suspended him for 1 year.
But it's like...
My dad is bloodthirsty for revenge as well. He's going to write to U.S. President George W. Bush Jr. and Laura Bush to help me get allowed back to PVCC. We all cursed to death upon that XXX.
We could get like little footrests, stick this in the middle, and then just kick back.
Oh yeah. Maybe stream it on the big TV.
If we can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
XX Mary Lee Walsh. In conjunction with his suspension, he was required to take anger management classes, get a psychological evaluation, and receive social skills counseling. 10 days after the event, he lamented over his inability to go to PVCC or the mall, and confessed that he would be asking for a girlfriend this Christmas. Despite his bans from the college and the fashion square, he decided to continue with his search for a boyfriend-free girl.
No,
I
bro.
can already
No,
imagine
bro.
him writing the
Literal,
University of Virginia
the guy
campus to do
literally
so.
believed in Santa Claus
However,
until he was
this
like
move wasn't
26.
for long, as Christian was allowed
Wait,
back to the
like,
fashion
Santa's
square in
not real?
November. Regardless, he went
What?
back to UVA for
That's
a
right.
different kind of engagement
No, you can't
in the
believe
form
it's
of a
Santa.
mandatory
What
psychiatric
do you
evaluation.
mean?
There are a lot of such documented examinations in existence, but this is the only one so far which has been made public. Mr. Chandler
How much
says
you got?
that since finishing high school
was
and
writing
starting at
letters to Santa.
PVCC in the year 2000, he has had an
I
increasing
almost
interest in a
guarantee.
female companion. His attempts at this ultimately led to his suspension from college. His attempt took the form of a sign, which he placed next to himself while sitting in the lobby at Piedmont. This sign was a list of
Yeah,
qualifications that a
apparently
potential
he believed
girlfriend
in
would
Santa
have.
Claus until he was like 26.
He said that he has been very frustrated
and
by
then,
his
like,
inability
and
to
then he
find a
started
girlfriend,
believing in
and
Santa
he
Claus
suffers from
again when he became a
noviophobia.
god.
This refers to his frustration that females often tell him
Because
that
he
they
believes
already
in
have
a world where all
boyfriend.
fictional
While he
characters
does
are
have
real.
physical attraction towards
It has to be.
females, his primary frustration is with his lack of companionship. The report mentions his
This is
medical
not
records
reality.
and earlier evaluations. He has already undergone psychological
You're in
evaluation
my
by
world
Robin
now,
Hawks
not
at the
your
Center of
world.
Learning Potential.
I
The
got
recommendation
friends on the
concerning
other
Mr.
side.
Chandler's emotional status is that he seek psychiatric and psychological treatment.
Alrighty.
The psychologist felt that counseling and medication would
Information
possibly
sent.
address his obsessive thought pattern and assist him with social skills. She also recommended anger
Christian, as
management
he's
training.
supposed to be in the comics.
The analysis
Like,
also
you know,
comments
tan
on
and
Christian's
ripped.
appearance and demeanor in the session. The patient is a mildly overweight white male, wearing blue jeans and a shirt. He was also wearing a makeshift necklace that has a large plastic medallion in the shape of a Pokemon character's head. He also had a number of Shrinky-Dink decorations attached to this necklace. He had a large backpack that he carried with him, and had a notebook containing a large number of drawings. His speech was somewhat nasal, with frequent awkward laughing during his sentences. His speech was fluent. His responses were appropriate to the questions posed to him. Overall, the volume of his speech was slightly elevated, although his tone was generally pleasant and almost jovial. His thought processes were linear and logical. He was somewhat concrete, especially regarding social interactions. He seemed to have a good insight into his limitations. The attending physician offers up his final verdict. Folstein's score was 30 out of 30, with his sentence being, "Uncle Spunky is a really funky monkey." Mr. Chandler is a 22-year-old man with a history of developmental delays and autism. Despite these limitations, he seems to have been quite successful in maximizing his academic abilities. He is left, however, with a severe degree of social awkwardness and seems to have good insight into this. He is left feeling somewhat frustrated as he has a strong desire for companionship, although his social limitations prevent him from being able to realize this in the way which he would like.
Yeah, but you can
The
learn
patient
to
doesn't
be
seem
social.
to pose a
Like, you
significant
can
threat
learn
to himself
how to
or
talk to
anyone
people.
else.
Especially
After
as
the
somebody at
evaluation,
his capacity.
Chris carried on
Exactly,
with life,
and, like,
much like before.
It's
with
really
neither
just a
him
matter of
nor his
not wanting
parents
to.
making any
Yeah.
significant effort
And
to
then you
change his
bitch
ways.
about not having friends.
But Christmas was soon
and
approaching,
you're not even making the
and maybe
effort to go
Santa
make
would bring
friends.
him a girlfriend like he wished, who could right all his wrongs and change his life for the better.
It's my little Optimus Prime up there. What's the move, Andre? What do you think?
I think I'm good.
Alrighty. Alrighty, gamers. So, with that being said, we're gonna do another one. What do you think? Next week we want to do another one?
Yeah, sure, we can probably figure that out.
Alrighty, alright. Next week we're gonna do another one. So see y'all soon.